Because I don't want to. I don't mind censoring things like, but I don't know if I want the actual N-word in my podcast.
Basically ate an entire cow is what I'm getting from that post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An entire cow, and like I said earlier, like every potato, either Idaho and or Ireland has ever output. Was in a bucket, and he was eating it.
Great. I didn't know you could even find a 72-ounce steak. That's like 3 pounds.
That's like more than 70 ounces.
That's a lot of steak.
Like 2 ounces.
That's like more than like a regular steak.
That's like more than meets the eye. It's a transformer.
72 like that's a lot of ounces. I've got like a 30-ounce drink here, and if you liquefy that steak,
I don't have a drink.
Get one, so you have to pee in the middle of the podcast like I'm going to have.
Okay. I'm gonna be right back, and then we're gonna start officially.
Should I like go pee right
I'll
now?
be right back.
Yeah, now would be the time to
at this very
relieve
moment
yourself.
in unison.
Okay.
I hope this is still recording. I just want to talk to everybody for a minute about how everybody should go subscribe to youtube.com/ what we got here. UCCQZQNTMSH08YUYRBLDLQ. Welcome. Please do not. I was meditating. Thank you very much for interrupting.
Meditating, going like.
I do it. I do that. It's the thing that I do when I am at peace with my inner self. I make mouth noises with my face. Podcast.
It's podcast time.
I think I figured out. Alright, I have a better topic
Fuck
question.
you guys.
That will also.
Fuck you.
Why?
You stop leaving 50-minute pauses in between.
No, she said "fuck you guys." So I thought he was
And then
gonna
you just
say
went quiet.
something.
Just
No, that was
Yes.
it. I was
Oh, okay. Suck my penis.
suck in my dick or suck in
Stop.
my water.
I think it's sucketh.
Wow, I'm being bullied.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome-
What else is
Welcome
new?
to the episode 11 of Crusty Pickled Grandmas.
And water is
Where
wet.
Poke
The
just fucking figured out
post-episode
she's been
10
bullied.
I say it every week.
Wait a second. Are you guys being mean to me?
We have about a 20-minute
Sorry.
segment every episode dedicated to just smack talking you in your face.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think
And
if I
I'm
did a
surprised I haven't cried yet.
if I did a speed cut of
If you
all the
haven't
times we
cried
had said
after the
whore, it'd
episode
be like
with
a
the body
5-minute
pillow,
video.
You will not cry during this show, I guarantee you. Because
Trying
it's
Yeah.
going
to
to take a
make you
lot.
cry.
to
Yeah,
top
if you haven't
that.
cried at this point, you never will. I mean, that's what I think. I mean,
Well, the fact that you're still here with us.
Yeah,
Would you-
like
Record
every episode you say I don't want to bring up this topic because it's gonna make me want to leave because y'all are gonna be too mean to me, and it's like
I don't
This
want the
episode-
roasting session.
yeah.
Because
So
I will.
was I? If I had to
Every
guess,
episode
it-
is a roast.
correct me. Was the body pillow discussion the closest you ever came?
I don't know.
That's when she got
Because
the
that was
maddest.
very intense.
that was a very. I think that was the most intense discussion we've ever had on the show. it's
That was
pretty
like
great.
episode 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done
So
fucked up.
somebody's gonna have to buy something really stupid.
Speaking of which,
Stop
did it
that.
actually did it come yet?
Did
Come
it
on.
arrive? You mean?
I brought it up and you guys, or I said, I just want to bring up, it came here, end of story, and then you guys were like, fuck you, fuck off, dumb cunt, fuck you.
I don't.
So I was just like, alright.
I don't.
That's very accurate.
I don't remember that. I think you're lying.
No, I did.
I
believe
train-
you.
I
I
think-
showed up.
I think you're trying to push your whore propaganda, and I don't think
Wow.
I appreciate that.
You whore.
You fucking whore.
Are we gonna
Cool.
start this
Sure.
podcast, or are we
It's
just gonna
been
spend
going.
like
It's
the
been
next
going.
half hour
Minutes.
fucking
Oh
insulting
my
me?
god, you whore! It's been
Started
going.
with
Not-
the first
never-
topic, or the
Have you not
fucking
ever seen a
introduction.
single
We're
episode
just
of this show?
You
having-
whore, you said
We
you
are
were gonna have
having
a
a
fucking
discussion.
20-minute.
We're
Ooh,
doing it.
Here's
We're
our
just
song.
So,
talking.
anyways, we have a
Whoa.
website now.
Here's our
It's
song.
Whoa.
at http
God.
// www.gobicker.com. Follow that link and all of your dreams will come true. Probably not. We're not guaranteeing that, but there's a slim percentage that it may.
You know,
Again,
you never know
On
till you
this
try.
website, you can find helpful things such as our latest video, a podcast, a Patreon, a shop, and about our dog. There's also a big blue man, purple man being attacked by carrots. But that's on everything.
See,
we
you know,
do.
I've said it time before. I said it again. It's not carrots. They're not carrots. Little screen lines. If you knew anything about art, you heathen, you would know that.
I'm like 90% sure that
If you knew anything
titled
about
you titled the Redbubble thing, which is also a thing we have now. You titled the Redbubble page for that logo Carrot Man.
I did indeed,
Therefore,
because at this point, yeah, might as well.
Canonically, he is being attacked by carrots.
But listen, as far as the general public is aware, I didn't make that site.
I mean, it's assumed.
Is it?
I would assume.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone
general
knows.
public.
I don't think anyone knows who does what on this damn thing.
You
Nobody
always
knows
talk
what
about
goes
how much
here.
you edit.
Yeah, you're
stuff.
always like, I do everything for
I
this
do
show.
all the editing. I have
Yeah,
to edit out
That's it. That's
dirty,
but
dirty
like
word.
other than editing, I mean, that could be my only thing. You know,
That's true because
you never know.
Chris, you did set up the website.
I did everything. I'm our webmaster now.
I'm the webmaster.
Oh god, we have greeting cards.
So
Yeah,
how
you
many
set up the website and the Reddit.
how many
Spider.
places is the podcast now? And
It is on. Actually, I have a list here. Let me pull it up. I have to open it in Photoshop.
At least
because I
4.
exported the picture.
Please tell me it's on Live Leak.
It is on X videos, X hamster. It is on Google Play, iTunes, Player FM, Stitcher, and Blueberry. It's supposed to be on TuneIn. They said it was going to be on TuneIn like 4 days ago, and it never came up. So
You
It's
never
not
put
there
it on
yet.
video?
it
I had
is
to fuck-
also available for those listening via audio, because apparently there are a lot of you. Is also available on
Allegedly.
YouTube. There is a lot.
I mean, yeah. So it's like it's all in all these audio places, and then just your box standard YouTube video as well. And I wish
Yeah,
I could
it's
say
nice.
at youtube.com/GoBicker, but that's not a goddamn thing because we only have fucking 18 subscribers.
You guys should absolutely go and find our YouTube page.
Oh, we got
It is
13.
available
We got 3 more.
somewhere, so you
Yeah.
can subscribe to it. Because once we get over 100 subscribers, we will get our special link,
And then
and then we can
listen,
die happy.
and then we can stop whoring ourselves out over that, and we can move on to other things.
Dude, imagine if we had like 99 subscribers.
I would
And
be fucking
We
livid.
we just decided to check to see if the thing was taken. Wasn't taken. Next day, we get 100 subscribers. Go to change the fucking URL, and somebody took it
And
I
who's gonna
would-
take it?
right
I
from
would
under us.
I would kill a man. There's
I can't wait to see
Do
that on
we,
the episode of Cops.
Speaking of taking names, do we want to tell the story about the GoBicker domain?
oh my god, it was such a pain in the ass. So there
Wait,
I
let me grab the
was.
popcorn.
I was sitting there thinking about what I'm gonna spend my hard-earned money on, and I decided, you know what? We're working on this fucking website. I will go ahead and buy this goddamn domain for $12 from Google,
$12.
and then we go to actually buy then the Squarespace site. And what does it fucking say? And what information did Mr. Cosmic Chris hide from me? That Squarespace.com provides free domains. Motherfucker. I couldn't believe him. He would do this to me, of all
I
people.
couldn't.
How many
Such
times
good
have I
buddies.
helped him out with his podcast, and now he's here and doing this with me, and yet after all of this, he decides to
Spitting in
fuck me
face.
over. Right
Yep.
then, right there, make me waste my hard-earned cash money.
He even had to talk to a salesperson to get his $12.
I had to
back.
go talk to. It very well could have been a person. It might not necessarily have been though. Google is a very smart machine, and
Google doesn't employ people anymore. They're just sentient robots.
Yeah, her name was like Kathleen or something, but it could have been
I
like
can
what a
feel the
name.
bloodlust.
it could have been like C4L
I just wanna say,
N or something.
I've been doing a
I
podcast
don't know.
under the name of GoBicker for 11 weeks now, 12 weeks. I have
Yeah.
never seen him this angry. as
Never.
when he realized
I wasn't this angry during the body pillow debate.
he was livid.
I couldn't
It was
because
great.
once you start
we-
putting my
was
money
like-
in it And
it
I
was
started
like
fucking
2 o'clock
wasting
in the morning. We'd spent all
dollars.
night working on this website. It was great, and I'm like, all right, I misread where it said on the buy things at Squarespace.
He says, "Oh, I misread. I misread." Well, listen,
I thought it was the more
motherfucker.
expensive one. The more expensive one was the one that gave you.
It was like the fourth one down.
Yeah, it was like the fourth one down, to be entirely honest. So Squarespace, when you give us our advertisement, because we're such a big podcast, you just drop us a little yeah.
I'll add it in myself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll add it in. But yeah, it's.
But then so I had to go talk to the robot
Kathleen.
or human lady, not sure which. And she was very nice. She's like, all right, would you go ahead and give me whatever information she asked for? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, all right, cool. You'll get your money eventually. I'm like, that's good enough. Good enough for me. I don't know.
We will switch you over to our bilingual system.
when I get my bank statement at the end of the month, I'll check and see if the money's there. Otherwise, I'm gonna go talk to my lady friend at Google, and I will chop her fingers off. Because listen, $12 is very fucking important to me. As a little boy who don't make no much money, I need that $12.
Well, it's called a job, right?
You think I can get hired? Have you talked to me before ever?
Yes.
I mean,
like 4 years.
You think I could get a job?
See, now you could.
Yeah, now that I think about it.
That's why I'm here. Because my only marketable skill is that I can get mad at people. And so that's why I've created GoBicker and Patreon.com/GoBicker. So that you can give me your dollars that you earned at your real job. Because, you know what? Listen, you're lucky. People think you're good enough to work for them. I don't have that luxury.
So we have a Redbubble page now.
Yeah, we have a Redbubble page now as well.
We changed from Spreadshirt to Redbubble because Redbubble has stickers and mini skirts.
I didn't know anything but Spreadshirt existed, and once the whore enlightened us about the wonders of Redbubble,
She did it good.
She did it good for literally the first time fucking ever.
Yay!
We've been doing this podcast for 2 months now, and it's the first.
She finally did something.
Yay!
So yeah, if you go to redbubble.com/people/GoBicker, we've got a bunch of cool stuff in there.
Goddamn, my escapade, my crusade against bad URLs just never ends because Redbubble has a goddamn !people. Like fucking Jesus. Can I not
store./corner ? Orientation people /?!
Can I not? Can we not have the people? Can we just have redbubble.com/GoBicker? Come on.
Or what you can do is go to GoBicker.com and click on the shop button.
That's an option as well. But can we? I mean,
we're trying to figure out how to make the URL work, so you can just go to GoBicker.shop or /shop and it'll redirect you.
You always forget the .com, and that's going to confuse somebody.
You just go to GoBicker/shop,
and they're like, "This isn't anything. I don't know what I'm supposed to." I'm so confused. Why would they lie to me? I'm going to send them anthrax in the mail.
When we do our first fan mail,
we're gonna
be
that goddamn channel that opens up their first. Here we are. It's the year 2020. We've made it. We've done it, Mom. We're a company. We're successful. We've moved into our office. By the way, my topic. When we moved into our office, and we're like, all right, fuck it. Let's start a P.O. box. Let's get some fan mail in. We open up the first box, and boom, anthrax. Second box, boom, actual bomb. It's like
bomb.
This is completely unrelated, but I was going through our wonderful store at Redbubble/people/GoBicker.
You forgot the .com again. See, I keep telling you.
HTTP://
No, you don't need that. You just need the .com.
Redbubble.com.
You only need. You don't.
/GoBicker.
.edu.
If you go to Fleshhorse V3, which is lovingly created by Maya on episode 10, watch the speed art there. I just realized that on the miniskirt, it's on both sides.
Is it?
Dude!
You get that double flesh horse. Buy it.
Dude, that is 2 flesh horses for the price of 1.
Yeah, you better get on that.
You guys should go and order it right now. It's like $30?
Seriously, go get some stickers because you get a damn good deal. You buy 4, you get 25% off. I think it's
like the stickers are like $2 a piece.
Yeah.
They're great stickers.
I bought like 6.
Anything. I'm gonna buy some stickers when I get some money. from
Same
this
here.
job that they're supposedly giving me.
I'm now like
Yeah.
$115 in the hole for this goddamn company.
Yeah, but look look at that
You'll make
pickle.
I've been
You'll make
like
a profit
actually
eventually.
really debating getting a clock with Flesh Horse 3 on it.
Now, funny
Definitely
you
realize
mentioned that,
it's a
dude,
clock.
because the clock in our bathroom broke the other day. The batteries just kind of stopped working. No other batteries worked, so we had to throw that one out. Apparently, I guess I don't know. Is that what
So
you do
get
with
you a
clock?
Flesh Horse clock.
But yeah, we
today.
get a fucking Flesh Horse clock, and then everyone's like in the bathroom. They're just like mind their
Flesh
business,
Horse
and oh
V1.
god, there's
Flesh
me.
Horse V1 has my
naked
favorite
as a-
clock
naked
because
as a
the
man's
clock
penis.
hands are sticking out of Russ's nipple.
The only like downside though is you have to estimate what time it really is because it doesn't
Dwarf
have any
strength
numbers
is
on
great.
You
it.
could like
as
draw
well.
numbers on there.
You could. That's true.
Dwarf Strength
It's-
doesn't have a clock. What the heck?
Does it not?
That's not cool.
That
No.
one's a start. I should do the U.
So I have a question about like the stickers.
Yeah.
Are they like wall stickers or are they like car stickers?
They're sticky stickers.
I, think,
They're
I mean, yeah,
vinyl.
like just
Little-
like a
little
your
didgeridoo-
regular
they're
box
like
standard
two-
stickers.
Yeah, they're like 2x4 little stickers that you can.
Okay,
stick on.
because I want to be driving down the highway and I want a giant flesh horse on the back of my car.
See, I would.
Oh, I'm,
Yeah,
putting,
I-
I'm getting Flesh Horse and I'm putting it on my vehicle and I'm going to drive around with it.
Why can't we get a flag?
You can get a
Listen.
5.2 by 8.5.
They only
God,
offer so
Flesh
much.
yeah.
3.
I'm gonna use
It's
that to cover up the
$10.
dent in my bumper.
I would really like a flag, and I could stick it up front and be like,
Yeah,
"Hey, look at this fucking monster."
I want to get. I want to
Look
get
what
the
I
Flesh
did.
Horse throw pillows. I really
I
wish we
didn't-
could make a body pillow. That's what I want.
Oh,
because I
God,
want
that would
Flesh
be
Horse
so
V3 on a
perfect.
body pillow.
I really,
want.
really want a Flesh Horse V2 laptop skin because it's off in the corner.
Yeah, it looks really good on a
It's
laptop
so
skin.
broken
Yeah,
still.
because of the weird flat edges, it kind of just worked in that corner like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just looks good.
It does.
What
Like, I guess
sizes
that'd
can
be
you get?
better.
I don't usually go laptop skins, but I kind of want one.
I kinda want
I
one.
know.
It's kind of
Because like my laptop's already, the back of my laptop's already plastered with stickers, and I was planning on adding some more from redbubble.com.
Rububadub, dub dub wub.
Rubbed up in the tub. I really want the Flesh Horse V2 throw pillow as well. I want the throw pillow for all of
Okay,
them.
real
The
talk.
throw pillow is great.
I mean, some of the shit on Redbubble actually looks really good. Like, if
Yeah,
you,
Dude,
Redbubble
I-
has a
if
lot.
you
of
look-
I
good
have a
stuff.
Redbubble throw pillow, and it's like really good quality.
so hey,
yeah.
I mean,
You should
honestly,
get the one that just says "you whore" on
you
it.
know,
You should get
like the
everything.
spreadshirt we kind of had. Honestly, the spreadshirt it was like
I
the
want the green
Patreon. It's
cards
almost
for
kind of
that.
just a joke, but like the Redbubble is actually like legitimately good shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
there's some pretty cool stuff on there. So go to redbubble.com/people/GoBicker.
Hey, there
Today,
you go. You did the URL
I
right.
actually got it right for once. 10 times the charm. It's all kind of cool stuff. We got a bunch of designs. There's a bunch of designs coming. We're arriving.
Eventually.
We're working on some new ones.
I have a whole
right
list. Let me look at
this
my
very
list. We have
moment.
we got I've arrived. We've got anyways. We've got foragers. We got beans, and we got team no cream. Eventually, I don't know what most of those shirts
Team
are.
No Cream. Cool.
Pictures.
Foragers.
I think the foragers
can't
one's
wait
gonna
for
be
Foragers.
real good. Is foragers a podcast joke or is that a post podcast joke?
No, it's a podcast joke because she was talking about
Is
something on the podcast. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, we were talking about coffee.
It was that episode.
Yeah.
The only reason I remember it is because it was the
I
episode I
said
wasn't here.
in your cup.
Foragers.
I don't know
Foragers.
what. The longest time,
Foragers?
I thought it was foragers, not
Yeah,
Folgers.
it says you're an idiot.
Foragers.
It's like there's a local
Foreigners.
Italian shop in my town, and I repeated the
called
last
Foragers?
phrase. Well, no, it's like I don't know if it's like a local thing. It's probably not, but I repeated the last phrase twice, even though it has once. And I was like 12 until my mom was like, "Yeah, no, you don't say the last part isn't actually there." And she like let my brother say midjaff instead of giraffe until he was like 7.
I get the feeling
What?
your parents have just been using you and your
They
brother
just
as
thought it
weird
was
social
fucking
experiments.
funny, dude.
That
They
you
thought
know-
it was
Sociology.
hilarious to see a 7-year-old say majaff, not giraffe.
Majaff.
Majaff.
Yeah, he goes to
Was
fucking
he
like
not
first
blown
grade. He's
away
like,
when he first went to school and they're doing the alphabet and they're like G is for giraffe and he's like, what the fuck?
wait,
Well,
what?
I could be exaggerating. It might be a little bit before 7, but
It was actually 13. It was. It was like it was a couple weeks ago. I'm assuming 13.
So Maya, is your whole family going to be watching the podcast now? That
Oh
you've
god,
folded
that's
out?
spooky.
This is a topic I want to talk about.
Yeah.
because
because
Apparently, Maya's mother is our new #1 fan. Hi, Mrs. Maya. First of all,
Mrs. Maya.
Hi, Mrs.
you've raised a lovely young whore.
Oh my god.
Dude, Russ brought that up to me. He was like, "So your mom, she found the podcast. Is she gonna ask you about, or has she commented on the horror stuff?" And I was like, "Hopefully, she won't get that fucking far."
I really hope she goes through and watches
Then
like
she's
all
just
of
gonna be like, "Maya, I don't want you on the podcast with those people anymore."
Those
we're gonna be
those
hunted down.
boys are
They're
very
bullying you.
mean.
Dude, can we get your mom on the podcast? Let's
Special
have an
guest
all-parents
episode
podcast.
12.
My fucking dad asked me when I was at dinner. He was like, "So are you gonna invite me to the podcast?" And I
Oh,
was like,
please, yes.
"Dad,
It's just like
what?"
while you're eating,
Because
he's like,
this is
"So
where
what
I
about
want to
that
ask
podcast?"
about the cringy teen phase that we wanted to ask
Oh
Tim
god,
about.
yeah.
No.
This is
No, no,
straight
no.
Oh my
from the
god,
source.
that would be so
This is-
good.
This is like fresh harvest beans right
Yes,
off the
please.
right vine of beanness. God, I want it.
Can I?
That's what I want in my life right now.
I need an email so I can get in contact with your parents.
I
I
need an email address.
Like, hi,
ASAP.
adult.
And access to credit cards.
Well, yeah, so they can go to patreon.com/GoBicker.
.com/GoBicker.
Sign up for the fucking $800 a month.
Oh, there you
subscription.
go.
I really
What do you
hope
need
somebody
money
signs
for?
up
Bills?
me.
Fuck that. No, you need to go.
Mortgages? Nah.
Mm-mm.
$800
Who
a
needs
month.
who needs to eat every day?
Be the glucose guardian.
Who needs to eat at all during the month?
Oh, there you go.
No,
Yeah.
not you.
Not
Uh-uh.
I
Who needs
don't.
to eat in
GoBicker.
general?
Eating's for
We can
pussies.
become plant. We could become
You
plants.
just become plant.
Yeah, we could just fucking lay on the sun and
Photosynthesis.
just photosynthesize.
God, I wish. we could do that.
Photosynthesis.
Photo tentacles. Tentacle pictures.
Do you think if you like fucked around with genetics enough, you could actually make a plant human
Eventually.
hybrid?
Oh
Type
yeah.
thing. Or do you think you could like take
I
the
mean-
chloroplasts out of a plant and try and inject them into a cell of a
Yes.
human fetus?
I
I
think
think they've
it
actually
wouldn't-
tried that already.
that would
That's
be
an
I think
actual
it wouldn't-
thing
I don't
that
think
people
it'd
can
be as
do.
simple as
I just
going,
don't think it works
Put
very
here,
well.
put there.
Well, I mean, yeah.
There would have to be some
Yeah,
extra
it would be
modification, but I
hard,
bet you.
but
I bet you. Bet you
that
can
would
make
be
the
fucking
the
cool.
green giant.
I mean, yeah. I mean, plants are basically people without the parts inside, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Absolutely. They're,
Without parts.
you know, they're fucking. They're animals. They're fucking.
They're pretty much animals.
have-
I mean,
Yeah.
they're living things,
They just
so
have
we're all
emotions.
kind of on the same
Pretty
level.
much. They
Welcome
just
to
it's pretty much they
Talk.
just don't have the parts. That yeah.
Yeah, plants are people with all the parts inside.
Obviously. Duh.
It's
And we're all aware of this.
yeah.
I learned it, when I was in 7th grade or whatever, and I took biology,
Yep.
It's just kind of a given at this point.
Yeah. I mean, like, anybody who doesn't think that is dumb.
Kind of a fucking idiot. Seriously.
Yeah,
like-
God.
The gods know what you've done.
Like, we're going back now. The year 2020. Here we are. Back again. We've made it. We're in our office.
Episode 400.
We're in our office. Where is this office?
Where's our
Where
office?
is this office?
Nebraska.
Fuck no. Yes,
An
wrong
island
answer.
in the middle of
Now
the
I'm
ocean.
gonna. I'm this. Maybe a little biased. I'm saying right here where I'm at right now. We're gonna go northern Minnesota. It's a beautiful place.
Why can't we
We
go
get-
somewhere
we
in
get-
between
I
all of us?
We have
right
all 4
now,
seasons
lovely
here.
South Carolina.
It's a nice place. I
I vote the best Carolina are Carolina.
South Carolina.
We're
is
not
the best
going to a Carolina.
We rebelled
I don't.
first.
I
I'll
don't need to
have you
get
know.
shot. I got.
I don't need to get.
I got that
shot.
native blood. You don't like colored folks.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I'd probably go. Yeah, either Maine or Minnesota.
Hell
We're
yeah.
not
It's
going
like, I
to Maine.
can't
We're not dealing
I
with the
can't-
good clowns
I
up
can't
there.
I can't handle the heat, but
I
it's
don't- I don't
also
believe
I
you. Do they
hear
heat?
Minnesota's fucking. I hear the Minnesota's fucking snow gets even worse than Maine's does.
Now,
What about
I
Iowa?
would say yeah if it was like 2008, but since like 2008,
2008.
I don't know. In the last probably the last like 8 years or whatever it is since 2008, it just doesn't snow in the winter anymore. It gets cold, but
Really?
yeah, we
Holy
get
fuck.
like an inch of snow every year, and that's it. And I don't know what
Oh,
happened.
because the last few years we've been getting like at like a minimum of like maybe 5 feet.
Yeah.
or-
Oh yeah. The north,
I miss
the
snow like
northeast
that.
is getting fucking slammed. I've no
Mm.
like, yeah. What I pissed me off. Where I'd be like, New York City is getting like 8 times more snow than fucking northern Minnesota. What the fuck is going on, Earth? Get your shit
Earth
together,
could just a
America.
little bit.
Well, I have an idea of how we can solve all this.
Okay.
We cut the office into 4 pieces and scatter it across the United States.
Have 4 fucking
Okay,
CEOs.
that was one of them. But another idea we can have is that we can have Cartooner put on a blindfold and throw a dart at a map.
When it lands in the trash can, we'll stay right where we are.
I was
I was
also
gonna
gonna
open
say
it in, like the ocean or something.
I was also gonna say Oregon because
No.
I hear
Oregon's
Oregon.
expensive.
Oregon's
and
a
full
lot
of
of
hipsters.
hipsters, but
We're not going. We're not
I'm
going
not
to the
going
West
to
Coast.
Oregon.
I refuse to go to the
I
West
just don't hear
Coast.
that much
no,
stuff about
I'm
it.
never living on the West Coast again. That's settled.
again.
I'm never
I'm
gonna.
not going
I'm
back
not.
there.
I'm putting my foot down. I'm not leaving Central Time. It's where
Alright.
I belong. It's where everyone belongs. It's
What
Eastern
about
time.
Central
what about
Time?
Iowa?
We're
I
not
threw
going
that
to
out.
Iowa. It's only corn.
There's no reason to go to Iowa. I
Unless you're running for
refuse.
president.
No windows.
There's
Why
no
do you
reason to go to
oh,
Iowa. How dare you even suggest it?
there
Well, I don't
is
want to go to
absolutely-
Minnesota. I don't want to be that
It's
close
a
to Canada.
beautiful state.
What are you talking about? Canada's great.
You know, in case we get invaded. You know,
By
there could be an
Canada?
inevitable war.
What do they do? They'll fucking hit us with a hockey stick and we'll shoot them with a bazooka. We're fine. They're pussies. Get fucked, Canada.
I second the vote for Minnesota.
Hell yeah.
And me and Black Ops will open the Bicker South office on the border of
Well,
North Carolina and
okay.
South
Oh,
Carolina.
Say it will
right
be the North-
smack on the line.
Right next to a fireworks shop.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the fucking world's largest fireworks shop on the North Carolina South Carolina border, and we're gonna build
No, but
our office.
okay,
right in the
but
middle.
why? Because what you just want to be miserable? Is
I
that,
just
is that
like
what you're
where I
saying?
live. I like the
I like
South.
where I live,
I'm not
too.
miserable here. I do enjoy the South.
What do
where
you
I
like
am.
about the South? It's fucking hot and
It's
muggy.
cheap.
You got so many racist people. You got
Not that
fucking idol
racist.
thumpers.
Minus my uncle who drops the M-bomb a lot, but it's not really that racist anymore. I mean, really, the only person I know is super racist here is my uncle, and he's from the South. He's from he's old. He's really old and really
He's
racist.
from the old.
He talked
from
to
the
me.
He's from the old. I'm here in the
Yeah.
new.
He almost ran me off the road the other day.
Why?
Just happened to remember that. It was me and a buddy of mine. We were going to a flea market because it's the South and there's nothing else to do on a Wednesday morning. And we were just driving up, and there's this truck in the center. There's like a little median in the center, and he just pulled out in front of us, slammed into the side. It was my buddy's truck, and he was just like, "What's going on?" And I look up, and there's my bald uncle, just like, "Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Chris. How's the mom?
Seen any of those black people lately?"
I was-
No, he was just like he came up and he was like, "I'm sorry," and then he realized I was there, and he's like, "Oh, hello, nephew
Your
of
skin is so
mine."
dark. I
I thought you were Mexican.
thought you were
Yeah,
a foreign invader. Had to run you off the road.
it was interesting. His fly was open the entire time too.
Wait, you were noticing that the entire time? You're just like looking
Well,
down,
my
like,
buddy's truck is a very low setting truck, so it's like half the time when he's talking, it's like his crotch is just chilling out there in the window. And I'm like,
Gee, I wish you would have worn underwear today. Huh. Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm hearing what you're saying, but do you want to like?
can you
Can you just put that schlong away, please?
just redact that?
Just go ahead
leave it
and
in there,
zip
bud.
up, bud. You're
Yeah,
making
so,
this
I don't
children
I
scared.
don't think anybody wants to get hit by the pole.
I don't know. At this point, not convinced. I've never been anyone attempt to run me off the road here in the great state of Minnesota. So
It's
Yeah.
gonna happen eventually.
I don't
though.
know. There's the whole saying, the phrase "Minnesota nice" for a reason.
I don't know. I just don't want to move.
I mean, we're
to the
we're
north.
we're Diet
Sam,
Canada.
north.
It's great here.
Diet Canada.
Yeah, well, because we're still Americans, but we're
Yeah.
Canadian in many ways. The accent, the north,
Canadian,
the older you are, or the more north you get, it gets way stronger. Like old guys are like, "Whoa, how you doing there, eh?"
Oh, yeah, bud.
This podcast is gonna get a lot more interesting in 30 years, though.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
God knows we're still gonna be doing this in 30
Oh,
years,
yeah.
and we're all old and decrepit.
yeah. And
So then your
Saying
topic is
wicked
like
a
choosing a
lot, huh?
location, cartooner.
I mean, yeah, I think
I mean,
Central.
I don't know. I haven't been convinced
Central-
otherwise, so I think.
I mean, neither have I.
How have you not
I
been
have no
convinced? It's
reason
the
I mean, yeah, like,
Cause I like where I live, man.
what's the, there's no,
yeah, but you've got fucking hurricanes.
yeah.
You've got
And
fucking
you know how many
heat
hurricanes,
strokes.
or even the worst weather we've had here? Rain, just
Snow.
your bog standard rain.
I don't like
Except
rain.
blizzards are also pretty bad.
Don't even get that many blizzards. And blizzards,
What do you
I
think
mean,
a
they're a
hurricane
thing
causes?
here and
Fucking
there,
rain.
but it's like even still, it's just like, oh well, now it's snowy and some trees fell. It's not like it's not like, oh god, my house was destroyed by the wind
and some trees fell. It's the same thing. I mean,
I've never been like, oh fuck, I wonder if I'm gonna die because it's snowing really hard.
We do get some pretty nasty weather. I've been through more tornadoes in my time that I've lived in the South. I mean,
don't you want to escape that nasty ocean? It's always throwing that bad weather.
They don't really live that close to the ocean.
There's one reason why I stayed near
the state is right on the ocean.
I live close enough to the mountains in South Carolina where I don't have to worry about the ocean impending and sucking me up into the.
Well, also, here's another thing. In 100,000 million years, the great state of Minnesota will still be here, but the entire East Coast will be gone.
We're gonna be kind of dead in 100,000 million years.
You don't know that.
Care what happens at that point.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure I will have been gone, or either that, or I'll be on Mars or somewhere where it doesn't matter.
Yeah, actually,
far away from here.
Actually, we'll just head out to Mars. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's make an office on Mars.
We'll be the first podcast on
our
Mars.
Good bud. We're gonna email our good bud Elon Musk.
Oh yeah,
bring him on the
big
show.
Fan.
He's big. He's our biggest fan.
My main boy Musk.
My musky boy. He's gonna come on. He's gonna ship us. We're gonna be the first podcast on Mars. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'll shit my pants. It's probably what's gonna happen. Pretty much. Initial takeoff of like fuck, and then I'll just shit my pants.
We don't want to be smelling that the whole ride.
No, you really don't. It'd be bad news. This is the worst Minnesota weather. Actually, the whole night. Did I bring it up already? The 90 degrees thing?
No.
Oh, boo!
But that's the worst Minnesota gets.
Oh god!
I didn't bring it up. Okay, it's fucking 90 degrees at the end of September in northern Minnesota, and that's fucked.
All right, that's pretty.
It's 95 here.
But it's meant to. It's meant to be there. It's fucking not supposed to be this hot yet, or now anymore. It was in mid-August. I'd be like, it's a hot day. Oh well, boo-hoo. But not when it's almost Christmas.
Listen. A little boring.
You mean Halloween, right?
No, I mean Christmas.
It's almost Christmas. Holidays. It's like 2 days away.
It's pretty much the next.
Shit, I didn't write my wish list. Fuck.
Santa is already disappointed in you.
But that's not even the point of the story. I had to. We were moving. We actually just yesterday or 2 days ago we took out all the air conditioners because we figured, well, it's about to get fucking cold now. We should not have a bunch of things to get colder.
Let's just get rid of them.
Well, I mean, you just put them down in the basement. But
you're talking like wall air conditioners or window.
We don't.
I've gotten I forget that people do that because in the South it's 100 degrees year round.
Oh yeah, no,
I mean having actual air conditioning units in the house.
Oh yeah.
Why are you dismantling your air conditioning? What? No,
right. I forgot. Yeah, even a lot of places around here have air conditioning units because any newer place does.
Kind of worried me.
But I live in like a 200-year-old house or whatever or something. Right. Anyway, so we're taking them out of all the windows a couple days ago, and then today it's fucking 90 degrees for some goddamn reason, and then. So we have to put everything back, and as we're adjusting things, I told my dad, like, all right, I'm gonna put this in the laundry room then. So he goes in there, he does something, and he just rips ass, just the longest, loudest, dirtiest, nastiest fart. Like, and he doesn't even think. There's no way he thought about it. I didn't bring anything up because I didn't think of anything of it when I heard it either. But then I went in there to put whatever. I think it was putting a fan in there, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh god, it's like someone shit in my nose. It was like, oh.
That's what dads are for, though.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's
you just had to bail, right?
I think at the very least he did. So sometimes what he'll do is he'll come and be like, hey, we're gonna run up to Target. Do you need anything? I'm like, no. And he'll be like, all right. And he'll turn around. He'll let out this horrid fart.
Oh yeah. My dad will walk into my bedroom, just look out the window, rip, just with no pains or shaking. The floor rumbles, and he just smiles and walks out. This is a regular practice in my household.
Smiles, winks, and leaves.
He's just like, see you next time. And I'm like, bye.
You just hear like the windows shatter and everything. Like
the windows are shaking. It's like, okay, guess I have to live with this in my life now.
You pull out the gas mask and like fucking Febreze and just go to town.
Tank.
Evacuate the house. Apparently, it's a toxic chemical.
It's just another day in my house.
At what age do you think you go from human fart to dad fart? Like, or is it just like, boom, I have a child.
I think it's 35.
Because I don't know, I don't know if my dad's done this his entire life. I mean, I hope not, because it's poor family, you know.
Oh no, I'd have to. I think it's you get a kid and there's
Family
certain
tradition.
things that happen that change in you. You get the farts, like really, really bad, horrible. I was thinking about this earlier today, but I don't remember all the points. There's like the dad jokes come.
Yeah.
I think about a lot of things throughout the day, by the way. I had some very strange podcast topics thought up, and then I decided with this wonderful Yahoo Answers question, which we'll get to in a moment. And yeah, just things happen. And anyway,
You didn't actually. You just.
I remember thinking about this particular like things that happen when you become a parent or whatever, and it's just like it wasn't like
didn't actually
like
go
normal
anywhere.
things.
You were just rambling.
Well, yeah, because I couldn't. I remember thinking about this. Okay, I don't remember the things that I came up with, and I was hoping they'd come back to me by the time I got to the end of that sentence, but they just absolutely did not. I was really hoping that everyone would just let that go.
I took a sip of water, expecting you to keep going on because you didn't actually reach a point, and then you just went anyway. Like, oh, okay, are we moving on? I didn't realize.
Yeah, I was like, because I remember thinking about this like earlier today or the other day, and I was like, man, I should bring this up on the podcast sometime. And they completely, I remember thinking about it. I have no idea what my points were. I have no idea.
I was waiting for you to like keep going, and then there was just a long pause, and you were like, anyway.
Fuck it. I'm done with that thought.
That thought is.
I was working on it. Now I'm sick of it. We're moving on.
We're moving on. Next, up and over.
Next topic, I guess, says Chris.
Here I come! Here I come! Coming for ya! I'm coming for ya!
So what's your worst experience you guys had while driving?
I
got ran off the road the other day by my uncle. That's pretty bad. I got some pretty bad ones, but
my answer.
Go on.
My answer's quick, so let me just go real fast. I'm an anxiety-ridden little fuck, so every time I'm on the road, I'm scared. It's always the worst experience, and that's it.
I'm not bad with driving. I have one story that I could tell, but certain people would probably get offended if I did. So
Fuck it, do it.
Fuck
it.
But people in my house that may overhear this story, because this happened recently, and I'll certainly tell it one day, but I don't want to get yelled at. But so instead, not like worst isn't personal worst, but probably what a lot of people think is worse. Like right after I got my my driver's license, my permit, my dad had me drive all the way from our lovely home in upstate South Carolina to Charleston at 11 o'clock at night in the pouring rain. And for those who don't know, it's like a 4-hour drive. And
I remember
that was like, I didn't really care that much, but like when I tell people, every time I tell people that story, because if you've never driven, there's like going through Charleston, there's this huge bridge that goes over this I forget what it's called. It's like this huge causeway, and it's like a 2 or 3 mile bridge, and everybody gets terrified driving over this bridge for whatever reason. It's like midnight, pouring down rain, and I just drove over it casually, and everyone's like, you've just been driving for how long? Like 6 months? Why? How are you? I was like, yeah.
I embrace death. What can I say?
I was just like, yeah, bring it on, God. Now or never. And I just remember that because my dad was casually like, you're doing like 90 miles an hour going into a city. You should probably slow down because it's also pouring down rain.
Like, fuck you,
we're
pussy.
in an old beat up 4Runner, and it was a wonderful time. And that is...
Wow.
I had some other ones. I drive a lot of places.
Yeah, I figured you'd have something. Well, Black Ops, do you have anything? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I remember when I first got my driver's license and I was driving my dad. He's like, all right, well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to cross 4 lanes of traffic to get into the right lane to go home. I made it to about 3 and I almost hit somebody. Almost.
That is very similar to the story I was going to say.
I did something.
There was the time in senior year where I was pulled over by a state trooper who I thought was going to give me a ticket because I was going 10 over the speed limit.
Wow.
But instead, it was because my tail light was out.
Oh, I thought of an actual story.
So I was about ready to piss my pants the entire time. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna go fucking die.
Well, here we go. My mom gonna die.
Finds out that I got a goddamn ticket. I'm not gonna be able to drive anymore. I'm gonna have to use a bicycle to get to school.
I'm not gonna be able to drive because I'm not gonna have legs.
Drive down a major
legs.
You've lost the right to drive and to walk. You're not trustworthy. Say goodbye to your shins.
boop, boop. No more legs. It's the noise it makes when your legs come off. Anyway,
Boop, boop.
next story, please.
My word. Do you want to like?
I have two more.
You're
stories
already
here.
talking, so just fucking spit
I
it
know
out.
you share, but
God,
the worst one was we have a fucking 5-lane traffic thing in the shopping district in my
in
town.
my shopping district,
And
it's
my
mine.
In my shopping district. It's
The shopping
mine.
district in my town.
In my shopping town?
There are 5 lanes. 4 of them are going one way, and 1 lane is going the other.
That's
And so it's really weird. But so my mom wanted me to make the turn, and it was a left turn from the angle we were coming from, which already suck ass.
mhm.
But so I was like, all right. And it was like the first left turn I was taking with my mom because it was like right after I got my permit.
I've never made a left turn before.
Oh, exciting.
I would always intentionally try to avoid them. And so I was going, I made the turn. Turns out I cut 2 lanes into the wrong lane. So I was like in the 3rd lane of the lane coming towards us, and I fucking started swerving, and I was so scared.
Oh
and then
my
cars
God.
started coming towards us, and I was so scared. But we made it to the right lane in time, and we didn't die.
Jesus.
Thankfully, I was fucking terrified.
Yeah, I'm never
when I
ever
say-
going near a car with
When
you.
I say quote unquote cars coming towards us, they were like, hundreds of feet away. But in the moment, I thought they were like
You're closer.
about to hit us.
They were-
Yeah. Well,
I was about to go.
totally.
I was fucking
Imagine
terrified.
being them though. They're coming down the highway, but they see this little 12-year-old screaming in the front seat of a car.
I actually was screaming, and my mom was just like, "Chill the fuck out! Go
Yeah,
Inject
but
inject you like a horse tranquilizer or something to calm you
but
down.
then at this point, the car's already slowing down because they see this terrified 3-year-old driving.
Yeah, and
And
I
so-
was like fucking.
Setting up on phone books.
I was mortified.
He's like,
Still
what
worse.
else is the lights
Reach
are
the gas pedals.
flickering and the trunk opens.
God.
Windshield wipers
Windshield
going
wipers.
off.
She's doing fucking
Sprayers
donuts
going
in the
everywhere.
middle of the freeway.
You hear the horn honking.
I
And
don't know what I'm doing. I just started driving. Leave me alone.
she sticks out her head and she screams out, "I'm turning!"
Yeah.
I'm going this way now.
Everyone's like,
I
oh, is
fucking
that what's
shoved-
happening?
I'm turning,
Uh,
bitches.
It was rough. Thankfully, I'm not as bad as at that turn as I am now. And by that, I mean like
Still
I can
pretty
actually
bad,
do the
but
turn.
not that bad. I don't know why that reminded me of a story. I almost hit a bus one time.
Oh my god.
When I, when
like
I,
a bus
when I
or
just started,
school bus?
when I just started, like a school bus,
Oh my
full of
God.
children, all baby children, and they're going home. This is right after I started driving. My dad taught me to drive, which is probably another great thing because
Probably not,
he does like
not a good thing
25
considering
pounds.
he's blind.
Yeah. Anyway, he's always farting, just constantly. It was a horrible experience. Anyway, so there's this road that goes very straight from our house. It's a very, very straight road. People use it for drag racing. Don't ask me how I know that. And at the end of this road, there's a curve that goes to a stop sign. I went around this curve. It turns to like 90 degrees. And I was going around that corner, and there was a bus coming around that corner, and I came very close to the point where my mirror was scraping the bus.
Oh my god.
Holy
And I don't know why. I just started maniacally laughing.
because you
So I'm like,
you almost
it was-
fucking died and your brain
it
knew
was,
it.
it was a moment of terror. I just started busting out laughing. And it was one of those moments where I just couldn't help it. There's nothing funny about the situation. And my dad's just like, what is wrong with you?
It's
You
like
are
the scene
insane.
it's like the scene in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when they're driving
my
at night
God.
and John Candy's dressed up as the devil and he's laughing and
That's basically it. Because it was just like little 15-year-old Chris just started driving, just about hit a school bus. And I'm just like,
Jesus.
oh my god.
it's like, should I trust you with the driver's license? I don't know.
God no.
Another time, I have 2 more vehicle-related stories, which are wonderful. I got yelled at. I've got a friend of mine. He's a very uptight gentleman, or not? He's very not uptight. He's like a very proper person. His mother is very anal about what he does, and there used to be like, both these stories are related to this. My high school had like it was called the Career Center. It's like a little area. It was a second school thing you'd go to, and you'd fuck off phone. It's buzzing constantly. You go there and you do something. It's like mini college or something, but it was like 15 miles away from my school, and you'd have to drive there. And so I was driving my buddy's truck, actually the same truck we almost got in a wreck with my uncle in. And it had a really loose steering wheel, so I just started swerving all around the road because I was like 16 years old. And apparently my buddy's mother saw that, and she contacted the school and all of her parents and got very, very upset about it. And that was not fun. And he never rode with us ever again. And the other story is one where we had to smuggle somebody into the career center because of the fact that
he was illegal.
To get in, if you drove, you had to have this little tag thing. It was like a little ID badge that you said, "Hey, I can drive." My parents signed off to let this idiot drive me. And if you didn't have that badge, the lady that checked the badges would get very angry at you, and then you'd get suspended because reasons. And we got about halfway there one day, and we never went with a small load. We'd take like 6 people and cram them into the vehicle at a time. It was wonderful. And we get there, and my friend Cody was just like, so I don't have my badge today. And we're all like, excuse me? Because at this point it's too late to turn around and go back to the high school and be like, get on a bus, you dirty whore. That was not an option at that point. So we said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because it was my truck. It's 2 people in the front seat and 3 people on the bench seat in the back. We pulled up the upholstery and the carpet, and we put him underneath the carpet in the back seat, and we covered him in book bags, and we just casually strolled in. And it was, at the moment, it was like Mission Impossible, because this is one of those moments where it's like, this is what smuggling people over the Mexican border must feel like.
Probably, yeah.
Because because it's like we had this dude, and it was like we were pretty buddy with the ID check lady, and we rolled up, and I rolled my window down. I'm like, "Good day to you, goodbye," and I just kept driving. And she came up to me afterwards when we got out, and I was in class, and she's like, "So you didn't stop and say anything?" I'm like, "Nope, did not."
I was running really late.
Yeah, pretty much. And the thing is, we always got there like an hour early too, so we probably had time. But yeah, it was like, no, we stuff happened, and we just left.
Oh, wait a minute. We didn't stop. Man, it felt like we stopped.
Man,
I tapped the brakes, waved, and just kept going. And that's what it's like to smuggle a person into a school because they're stupid and dumb.
Going up in the world.
That's really good to know. Next time I have to smuggle someone in or out of a school,
I can add smuggling to my list of things in my life.
Yeah, you can add it to your resume. I'm really good at smuggling.
I'm a very accomplished smuggler. We thought about putting him in the toolbox in the back, but
wait, what?
Try carrying that thing.
Wait,
well, I've got a toolbox in the back. I drive a truck.
I have a toolbox
in
in
the back
a human
of my truck.
being.
Have you not like the big toolbox?
Oh,
in the back where you pull the latch and it pops up
yeah.
and you put things in it. It's not like a carrying toolbox.
They're like the length of the truck bed.
Yeah, it's like as wide as the truck bed, and it goes out like 2 or 3 feet, and you can put.
I just
put like
some air holes.
I just got like tools and a blanket and other like water and stuff in there. But I was just like, we seriously contemplated, because we were pulled off on the side of the highway, like, we could fit him in there. That would support a human being. But if it gets jammed, which it has done before,
he'd die.
And it's also 90 degrees today, and we're like, is that manslaughter? Or is it suicide because it was his idea? Okay.
You could just lie to the police and be like, we don't know how he got in
I have
there.
no idea how he got in there and all the stuff that's regularly in my toolbox.
I think he was trying to smuggle himself into the school.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was, I smuggled people. There was a time in my life where I smuggled people. We've done a lot of very stupid things in college. I'm certain there's more. Oh, it was... yeah.
Chris, the movie.
Well,
I did a lot of very stupid things in high school.
No, it's got to be like a little bland with it.
Well, yeah, it does fit his personality.
Oh,
hey,
Ayo,
zing,
Zenga.
Ba-doom, boom, boom. Podcast.
Zimbabwe.
Anyway.
So I didn't remember probably the worst experience I've had. It's not even that bad. it really isn't.
You need to have some worse experiences then.
Yeah, I guess, because the worst experience was as I was leaving the old university this past winter. There kind of, you pull out of like the parking lot area, and there's kind of this little road. I don't know. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. And then it goes down onto like leaving the campus area onto like actual roads. But there's just a slight little hill at the end of the road before you actually turn to the stoplights, and it being winter. And I think it must have just snowed maybe that morning or the night before or whatever. And they're really, really bad about putting any sort of salt down or shoveling or literally any maintenance whatsoever. And so I start going down and I can't stop. And it's like I said, it's an intersection with a stoplight and people are going across. I'm like, well, here we go. The end of days. I'm about to drive into this fucking intersection. But instead I panicked and I fucking just shoved myself into the snowbank, and I was able to slow down enough where I didn't die. Luckily.
That's fucking good.
I mean, clearly.
So it wasn't that bad. It was a slight hill, very slight, and I probably had plenty of time and I was fine. But in my brain, it was like the worst goddamn thing.
I mean, at least it's better to be safe than sorry.
Well, sure. I mean,
going to the snow.
Yeah, but I imagine like the people, across the intersection who were also waiting for the light, and they see me freaking out in the front seat. So like, I probably didn't even look like I was sliding.
There's no ice whatsoever.
I probably just looked like a fucking crazy person swerving into the snowbank. Actually, and there might even be people behind.
I like to think there's one person that went through that intersection with Maya, and then he's like, I'm going to Minnesota. I'm getting away from these crazy people in Maine. And then he's just driving down a hill, and he sees you. He's like, oh, God, no, not again.
I mean, listen, by the way, hill is a strong term for it. It's hardly a hill. It's like a slight decline, but it was just enough where I was sliding. Like,
there's like a 10-inch difference from top to bottom.
Pretty much. It's not much. I mean, or it's like it's gradual enough where it's like not much of an. It was just me freaking the fuck out. But you might have seen a tweet I made the other day. Just speaking of the college, I got an email saying, "Hey, by the way, watch out for fucking black bears." I'm like, oh,
yeah,
what?
I saw that.
I'm not. I don't want to. I'm not dying for this place. My degree isn't worth my life. Like, Jesus fucking God. Like, yeah, well, they started out like, here at LSU, we have lots of wildlife and, birds, chipmunks, the usual.
Things like geese
but, sometimes we also have, bears. And you should be careful of black bears because we've seen a few. And you should, if you see anybody, just call security. They'll come take care of it. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are they going to do? They don't even have a fucking gun.
Yeah. I remember that there was a really bad black bear epidemic where I used to live in California before I moved from there. I remember right before I moved, there were people going up the street putting up signs just saying, if there's a black bear in your trash, please don't mess with it. It will eat your brains. Because they would get into people's trash and they try and shoo it off with a broom and they get mauled by the black bear. I remember there were, it's just, like they were everywhere.
It's just
though,
trash.
I don't know
Don't
why.
risk your life for little actual trash. Come on, people. Yeah. Get your shit together.
It was horrible.
Fuck away from my goddamn trash.
Everywhere though. I don't know why. It was like the last 6 months we lived there. Because I remember we'd go hiking in the woods behind my house because we lived in the mountains, and we'd go out and look over and there's just giant, like 10-foot tall black bear chilling out and staring at us.
You're like, well, time to go home.
And I remember looking at my dad and I'm like, that's a bear. And he's like, yep, let's keep walking.
Like, hold on, I got a stink bomb for him.
Yeah, that's basically it.
He'd smile, wink, and walk away.
Yeah,
and the bear would be like, "Ugh,
horrible." God, they're everywhere. They're migrating.
I mean, I don't think they're migrating. I think they're just everywhere.
We have a bear epidemic in this world, and
in the world,
in the entire
Antarctica
world.
has a black bear problem.
We don't know how it started.
I mean,
but
they're black, but they're
thing.
white.
It's happening.
They're black, but they're white.
They're equals.
Oh,
okay. Don't be like you are.
Black bears, white bears, doesn't matter. They're all bears at the end of the day.
They're all bears.
All bear lives matter. Doesn't matter if they're black bears, white bears, grizzly bears, all bears.
Aren't black
Chris
bears
Bear.
the most peaceful of all the bears?
They're
Like, aren't
thugs.
polar bears the most aggressive?
I mean,
And
I wouldn't
aren't-
mess with one to find out.
Any bear.
And aren't grizzly?
Hmm.
Is it grizzly or polar bear that's the most? I think it's grizzly or polar
Panda
bear.
bear, probably, because they just sleep all day.
I think the
Like,
funniest,
grizzlies will mess
my
you
favorite
up.
bear fact was that panda bears were going extinct
Of all
because
of
they
them.
were too lazy to fuck.
Yeah, didn't they have to have people go in like panda suits to stimulate
Kinda,
them?
yeah. Because they're like,
Yeah,
because the pandas,
I
they
remember seeing a
wouldn't,
thing about
they
that
had
on
like
Reddit.
special places to go and mate, but they wouldn't go
Yeah.
there. They're like, I just want to sit and eat. And so they were like, there weren't any new panda bears, and the old ones are dying, and they're like, oh shit, they're gonna go
Yeah.
extinct because they won't
Oh, no.
move.
They're too lazy to fuck.
I'm like, that's great. You know what?
Nature's just weird.
That sounds like it would be a
makes you
sloth
wonder.
thing.
Makes you wonder before people, like humans and people, started actually taking notices. How many species just went extinct because they were
Went
like,
extinct.
"We're not feeling it.
I'm not feeling that today.
Not feeling the
Like,
fuck.
Just not
Not
feeling it,"
feeling
it.
and
You know
they just quit.
You know what? I
And they
don't
just-
want
that
it this
happened to
year.
all the dinosaurs.
And Nelson, there's no more.
There was never a meteor. They just decided, you know
yeah,
what?
actually, that's how the dinosaurs died.
Oh, the
It was
dinosaurs were just
abstinence
like,
only. The dinosaurs went all abstinence only.
They're like, you
and
know what?
This is where it got
I think
them.
we've been alive a little too long. And you know what?
Let's let these,
I'm real
let's let these
hungry.
fleshy monkey things dancing around in the trees take charge for a few hundred
The
years.
fleshy monkey things.
then we'll return.
Then we'll
Oh my
return.
God, can you imagine?
I think it's time for Planet of the Apes.
I would fucking love if dinosaurs
I
returned.
really don't think
Would
you would.
you though? I don't think that's a true real
Alright,
fact.
The big ones that don't.
No, just
That
just
don't
little
eat
ones like velociraptors. Those are
humans.
fun.
Yeah,
No,
the
no,
ones
no,
that'll
no,
tear
I
you.
no,
would just love to go outside and be
I've,
mauled by a fucking
I've played Ark
raptor.
Survival Evolved. I know how this ends.
I meant the big, like the Stegosaurus ones. Is that the big one?
They will still step on you and ruin your life.
So will a fucking elephant,
They
dude.
will still stomp on a school.
Yeah, they will. They will
And also,
mess up your day.
if I'm not mistaken, they're considerably bigger than a fucking elephant.
That's also true.
They are very large animals.
It's not. Yeah, they're not like.
Are they like an elephant and a giraffe combined
I
in
think.
a weird way?
I don't know a lot. I was never a dinosaur kid, and so I know literally nothing about them. But I'm gonna assume no.
But I know a fair amount about dinosaurs, and I can tell you, fucking Russ
What
just
the
started
fuck?
playing
Are you
Ark.
kidding me?
Oh my god, I can foreshadow things.
He's
Anyway, yeah,
Foreshadow.
dinosaurs
Wait,
are
we?
dinosaurs
We're
are
not
scary.
live, are we? No, we're not.
Oh
One
god,
of you guys streaming
I do-
secretly?
yeah,
Yes.
dinosaurs are scary.
They are.
And
I do
would
remember.
absolutely not want them
You
back.
remember the one in Jurassic Park that killed Newman? Fuck that. He
Fuck
fucking
no.
arrived all over his face with that black sludge.
Ew.
I think that was acid.
Wow.
I remember only like one thing from
You know,
7th
acid.
grade, and it was that, and it was
Completely
that the
unrelated.
chicken is the closest living relative to the T-Rex, and that
Is that
changed
why
my
you like
life
chickens
forever.
So much.
Well,
Yeah, because they're fucking cool.
Well,
like
I think it's funny
T-Rexes,
that in like
dude.
the last few years they've discovered that like, wait a second, I think all these dinosaurs had all these dinosaurs had
Yeah.
feathers.
that
yeah.
fucking blew my mind.
Like, wait a second, was the world just a bunch of giant chickens?
I mean, That'd be
Hold
Giant
up,
meat-eating chickens.
just a giant.
chickens are terrifying enough as it is.
Yeah.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Really are. They're really
They're
really
right.
spooky.
You have clearly never been close enough to a chicken that is very
I
angry
haven't.
to appreciate it. Because
Yeah.
I have a scar on my ankle from where a chicken latched its big meaty fangs onto. I had to beat it off with a stick.
I
God.
had the weirdest fucking life.
How? I was like, okay, I was like, I think 10 years old. I think it was like the first time I came to South Carolina to visit my dad's family. I was like 8. And my uncle, who also almost ran me off the road, fun story, same person, was like, we should go out to my chicken farm. Or it wasn't a chicken farm, it was just a field. He's like, you should go feed the chickens, you strange Californian child. And I was like, all right, sounds like a good idea. And I was there feeding them. And I was like, this is the first time I'd ever been close enough to farm animals to actually experience what they are in real life. So I was just like playing with the chickens, and this rooster came up and just latched onto my heel. And he just like
That's the thing.
held.
You fucked around with a rooster.
Okay,
Roosters
first of
are
all,
small
like I think I
chickens.
said, I was like an 8-year-old Californian child. I had never been this close to farm animals in my entire life outside of a petting zoo. Second of all, he just latched on, and I was just like, he won't let go. So I grabbed a 2x4 and just knocked him upside the head.
You fucking squashed it.
It was dazed for a second. It just kind of stood back, and I ran out of the chicken coop.
That's
slammed
right,
the door.
bitch. And he ran out.
And I was just like, hey, one of your chickens may be dead tomorrow. Just let you know.
I think I knocked his brain loose, and I don't think he's gonna be around much longer.
I had a chicken with a 2x4 and seen it get up and walk away, but you know, the world is a miraculous place.
I once got bit by a camel.
Okay.
That was a bad time to take a drink. Okay, elaborate.
There's this nice little place in Wisconsin. I don't know if there's a specific brand name to it or anything, but it's just the Wilderness Walk. And Jesus Christ, Chris. And there's all sorts of animals there. And there's one bit with some camels, and you can feed the camels, and sometimes the camels want to feed on you instead of the little oats. So I had a little handful, and he's gobbling them all up, and then he's like, "Oh, look at these fucking sausages!" And he takes a chomp, and I'm like, "Ow, fuck!"
Look, it's
Dude, you're gonna kill
flesh.
me. Give me a second. I started to take a drink, and you started to tell the story, and you said something. I started laughing, and I started choking. So I muted myself.
And now you're typing.
And then I started. Sorry. I thought it was done with the funny bits. I took another drink to stop the choking, and then he said something else, and I just spit water all over my floor. So, thank you, Cartoon. I've got a drinking problem. Ugh.
I wish you hadn't muted yourself then. So because
I was coughing and hacking, and I didn't want to ruin the audio because I know you complain about that later. Hold on, I gotta keep going with your story.
That was it. I mean, you fucking took a chomp, and it changed my life forever.
Took a munch.
Took a finger munch, and you want a little piece of that cartooner meat. I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, camels strike me as mean creatures.
There's also this
They are aggressive.
what's it called? Not a pelican. Not a partridge.
What?
What's the one with the big feathers? That's like
Ostrich? Oh, peacock.
Not a pelican. Peacock.
Pelican.
There's a peacock there, and it's always walking around, and I feel like it's angry, but I don't actually know that. I just kind of got. I just got an angry vibe from it. I felt like it was putting negative energy out into the universe, and
That's a bad mojo.
That's some bad juju going on.
It really fucked with my juju, and I didn't like it.
That's some bad juju, man.
Dude,
God.
I'm scared.
Dude, what the fuck, Peacock? You're messing with my juju. God.
What was the original topic that spawned this just length of conversation?
I mean, we actually stuck on topic pretty much.
Car ride?
It was worst experience while driving, so we actually stuck pretty much on.
Yeah, and
it
ended with peacock horrors. Anyway.
Nobody knows how it gets to this point anymore.
No.
Nobody.
I have a Yahoo Answers question.
Go ahead and read that Yahoo.
Yeah.
This is I have a Yahoo.
Yahoo.
This is, my brother and me segment. This is an anonymous question left on Yahoo Answers, and it goes as such: I took a poop on my teacher for the 9,000th time on Thursday and got arrested. What am I facing in court?
Assault.
What? Let's just dissect this question for a second.
Listen, I've done it. I've done it time and time again. Why now am I getting arrested?
9,000
When
times.
am I going to be face
Time.
stressed?
Sounds like somebody's taking a lot of time to calculate this out. 8,999. Perfectly fine. Everybody's happy. Everyone's good.
And we
9,000.
threw a little party for the big
Oh, boy.
900.
And the police showed up. What the heck?
And it turned out it was a bust. It was the PEA, the Poop Enforcement Agency.
Oh my god.
They burst in the windows
Pee.
and they fucking busted.
They
me.
tased me.
They tased me. More shit fell out. That was another offense.
Start pooping on other people. So, yeah, specifically on the teacher. I wonder what this teacher teaches. To who brought
Biology.
it.
It was actually an experiment.
Oh yeah, 9,000. How many poops can we get out of one man?
How many times can you
The
shit on
answer's
my
9.
face before the PEA shows up?
Wasn't
It didn't
that
say
like
face necessarily? It just said on the teacher.
Yeah.
But you know,
wasn't that
let's
like a
assume for
robot
the sake
chicken
of the
skit? It
conversation.
was like
I wouldn't. No.
So what does anonymous Yahoo Answers user face in court?
I don't know.
What
I
do you-
mean,
I really do like both.
cruel and
responses,
unusual
both
punishment.
answers to
what are the
this,
answers?
Which is number one is 9,000 counts of stinky assault. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
My personal favorite, probably a big prisoner pooping on you.
I mean, pretty apt.
The biggest prisoner that they can find shits on your
Big
chest.
old boy.
The
Just
biggest
takes a
boy
big
will take the biggest
Cleveland
boy
steamer.
poo. The biggest steamer.
Ew. Cleveland steamer.
Lays out a big old steamer. And
So gross.
that's your punishment. That's what you face in court. You don't even.
God.
That's like before the trial even begins.
Yeah, and then you
That
have to
is just-
face your trial.
You have to like, wear it like a hat to court.
Like I don't even know what you could be charged for.
I don't know. Like, was it a consensual pooping? I don't.
I mean, if it's consensual, because you got to figure 9,000 times at that point, it's got to be some level of consent.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you don't do anything 9,000 times, at least a little bit of consent.
Maybe 8,999 of
No.
those times she was just like, "Fuck
Hmm.
yes, shit on me," and the
Glad that's an audio
nine-
bite that's isolatable.
the 9,000th time. What if she's just like, "I'm not feeling it today, bud. Not
I'm
feeling
calling the
it."
cops.
And
You're
he's just
going
like,
down.
"Sorry, it's already happening." And then he's
Sorry, my fingers are already dialed 911. You're going down.
This is
Crime.
so- I'm calling the police. It also could be the other way around. It could be two guys, a male teacher and a male student. I assumed it was a female
So,
teacher
I
and a male
don't.
student.
I don't
But
know.
still-
what
I
we're
had
doing.
a
math.
female student and a male teacher.
Math. I was curious.
Wait a minute. I just realized something.
What'd you just
They
realize?
they could go to jail.
Okay. Anyways, I just did some math here, and because I was curious to know how long had this been going on for, and saying theoretically, if you just poop once a day, if you took one poop out a day, did 9,000 poops a day, or 9,000 poops a day, 9,000 poops over the course, it would take 24 and a half years.
Holy shit!
to
How long-
accomplish
They're
this.
really
Wait, is
dedicated.
this SpongeBob? How long are they in school for?
I didn't realize how long 9,000 days is. About 24 and a half years.
Unless
give or
you're talking
take,
about 20.
But
Unless
you
you're talking
also
about.
have to consider,
and double.
talking about
dip.
individual-
what if he was like, what
I
if he was
mean-
just like, "I'm gonna eat fucking all the Mexican food I can today, and we're just gonna get a lot of it out
I'm
of the
gonna
way
eat a
now."
box of grape nuts.
I mean, yeah, I'm certain he had some ahead days. It's still, even like, let's just say, he had a couple days where he was like, 3 or 4 at a time. That's still probably like 15 to 20 years of pooping.
Sure,
Dude,
man.
do
Pretty
the
continuous. That's an
So-
entire school, like kindergarten to college.
Maybe that's the
baby
issue.
poops. Baby poops 2 times a day, every
Man,
single
what
day.
if it was like a contract?
That's 12 fucking years.
was kindergarten teacher. He's like, okay, you get through college, Jimmy,
You know,
and you can poop on my chest all you want. And that's what he did 9,000 times. And he's like, okay, you graduated college, it's done. But now this is a thing that he can't poop without pooping on his teacher's chest.
oh yeah, now he
And
has
his
like a
teacher's
problem.
just like, yeah, he's got a problem because I mean,
It's an
you,
addiction.
you poop on someone's chest for like 15 years. Let's just say 15 years worth of pooping.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
as you do.
you get an addiction.
Yeah, it's
You
kind of
need
like,
your hit.
hey, you can't sit on the toilet without shitting, and so now he can't
Yeah.
like shit without sitting on his teacher.
Yeah, I mean, this is a man.
Actually, you know what?
feel-
I started
feel-
out laughing. Now I feel bad for this poor guy or girl.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a problem. He's got a real problem here.
But there's one thing that I
No.
keep thinking about though, and
I keep thinking.
normally in stories that are something that's not necessarily socially acceptable, you would downplay it a bit.
Yeah.
So, I think it might be more than 9,000.
Oh man,
I mean,
this has been going on for a significant.
he's trying to
longer
keep
time,
it on the down low, but like it's actually been way worse. It's been like
Yeah, he's closer to like 20.
Oh, easy, yeah.
This has been going on.
He's
for
just. I mean,
decades.
he's a shit machine, and he just shits like.
What is
Every hour on the
one
hour
step
poop.
worse? He's been doing this for like 30 years now.
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
And
it's-
his teacher had no problem with it once he graduated college. He's like, this is a normal thing.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
it's too
do-
normal,
I
totally
can't- I can't
normal.
do
Consenting
anything without
adults
being pooped on.
shitting on each
And
other's mouth.
his teacher dies, and he's at the funeral, and the dude's just like, really gonna go.
Well, she's right there.
And
One last
like,
time. Here we go, boys.
He's just like one last ride.
Relatable.
and he just lets it go.
So I guess maybe that's why.
Because at that point, I'm pretty sure pooping on a corpse at a funeral is in some way illegal.
Probably.
You can get arrested.
Yeah,
I mean, some sort of like
that's got to be like vandalism or something.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not a person at that point. So yeah, vandalism. Yeah, and their family probably pressed charges as well.
Yeah.
So what are you facing in court at that point? I don't know. Probably just a big stinky steamer on your head.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get the steamer regardless.
I think no matter what all legal experts agree on, or the one thing all legal experts would agree on is that you're getting a big stinky poop right on your face.
Oh yeah, the legal counsel here at Crusty Pickled Grandmas. Number one legal advice, by the way, BTW.
Just so you're aware.
Just so you're aware, come to us with all your legal problems. I think that's at least one steamer, very least, and that's being very generous.
Yeah, I think it'll be a plea deal. You'll get one stinky steamer, and then maybe like 13 years.
Yeah,
13 years.
I think we resolved this for Yahoo Answers Anonymous user.
I mean, yeah. In the end, you gotta feel bad for the poor guy. He can't.
I feel bad.
He'll never be able to shit for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get into prison because you cannot. There's ample evidence after 9,000 times of committing an act such as this. Mm-hmm. He's gonna go to prison, and he's gonna be like, "Man, I really miss Bob, whatever the teacher's name is.
I really miss Mr. Bob and his."
He's not gonna be able to poop at all until what if he meets a guy in prison that's like Bob? He looks like Bob, or his name is Bob.
Oh, he's like, I could trick my brain into thinking this is actually Bob, and I could shit on his face.
He's like, okay, I gotta trade some prison cigarettes and some toilet wine for shitting on this dude's chest. I mean, I'm just assuming it's the chest. I like to go with the chest.
I've mixed it up. I've mixed up my terminology a bit. I said
I mean, he may go for the back every now and again.
My shit terminology.
But I'd assume it's the chest. Seems like the best place to go.
Yeah, we can't really miss.
Yeah, it's hard to miss the chest. And maybe he's living a very happy life in prison.
It's possible. When was this asked?
This was asked like 8 hours ago.
Oh, so we don't even know.
Wow.
He's probably not in prison yet.
He could be waiting bail.
He could be on the run. And he's trying to figure out if he's...
Dude's on the lam.
Next week we should come back to it.
We really should. We should.
I've got it favored.
Check up on.
Tune in next week so you can hear the.
I really wish this guy had a. Actually, I'm gonna follow this. Can I follow this at a Yahoo Answers account? I can't, and I don't feel like making a Yahoo account. So yeah, tune in next week for the part 2 of Yahoo Answers Extraordinaire.
All right, we're gonna in between topics now. We're gonna do a quick ad break and enjoy some pretty beautiful ad written by, I would assume, Cosmic Chris, and some sort of shitty video made by me.
I will absolutely. You're going to be listening to an ad right now about something, and I want you to edit in a really bad voiceover of whatever I'm doing an ad for.
Passion.
So it's just like, you're doing an ad. You're listening to an ad for Redbubble.
Redbubble.
Hey there, listener. Do you like merchandise? Do you like merchandise not sold by a Spreadshirt? Well, boy, oh boy, do I have a deal for you. Just head on down to the new GoBicker Redbubble shop today at redbubble.com/people/GoBicker. It's just like the GoBicker Spreadshirt store, but not. Wow, look at those shirts. And these stickers too? You can stick them on your laptop, your car, your strange friend Tim. You know the one. And if you don't like stickers, well, hold on to your butts, because now we have clocks, phone cases, clocks, mini skirts, and clocks. So make sure to head on down to redbubble.com/people/GoBicker today for all your flesh horse needs.
Yummy, 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 yummy fruit salad.
So I really hope you enjoyed that just beautiful ad. That's just fucking top-notch, state-of-the-art advertisement.
Redbubble.
It's gonna be an advertisement.
Wait, holy fuck! Is that your real actual voice?
Yes.
He's
Oh!
My voice.
Black Ops is a lizard person. Confirmed. 2017.
How have you never ever done that before?
That's
Because I never
I think
have.
I think
It's
I
comedy gold right there. Man.
Holy shit!
Hey man.
Mine.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, it's
I'm
like
doing
there's
pretty
two
good.
new
How you
people
doing?
here.
Don't do drugs, kids.
That makes me so uncomfortable.
That's a different person.
Get on it, man.
Liberals.
Dang liberals.
God dang liberals.
It hurts to do that.
God damn.
My real actual voice, my lizard person voice, is very painful to do.
Or.
Dirty whore.
You whore.
Welcome back to
Oh
Crusty
my
Pickled
God.
Grandmas, the only podcast on the internet.
Of course, on
This is
Patreon.
episode 11. Hi.
Holy fuck.
Jesus, that's spooky.
Spooky AF.
Spooky.
It's it's two different people at this point. It's not even.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Super tail.
I'm Lizard Chris.
I'm lizard.
God, that's hard to do.
Oh my God.
I've been able to do it for a very long time. It's very scary to do. Anyway, what's the next topic before
Yeah,
we get
Maya,
to
go ahead and do the
Maya,
Disney.
If you, alright, you will never die, but you have to spend the rest of eternity either in the ocean or in space. And you can't go on land if you're in the ocean.
Can you go on planets if you're in space, though? Or are you just floating?
Only for a limited time. Like, I'll
Well,
give you
fuck
an
that.
hour.
Space.
An hour on a planet. And then you're
I'll go
fucking
space.
shot back. But it's only if you, like, randomly fucking float into a planet.
Yeah. Well, if I have the rest of time,
I've got some pretty powerful farts to move
But
myself
here's-
along here.
Here's the thing,
So-
like, you won't be able to fart because you won't have any food, but you just won't starve to death. You know?
Oh, but I'll feel like I'm
Oh.
starving to death.
I can.
Yeah.
That's
You'll
kind of
feel
fucked.
like
This is
it
just going to be
is.
the rest of existence in misery. It doesn't matter if you're in space or
Either
in
way,
water.
This is a horrible,
Let's
this
say
is a
you're
horrible topic.
perfectly content. All right. Let's say you're perfectly content, but you can't like use propelling stuff unless you're in the ocean. Then you can swim. You know.
What if I can
So,
swim in
like,
space? We haven't
If
confirmed
you're in
that.
space, you're at the
Space.
fucking mercy of everything drifting.
But you're not
Like-
at
I say,
mercy
if
because you
can
could
swim
survive
in
everything.
the ocean, I think you should get a jetpack in space.
I'm going right to a black hole in space. If I can
wanna
survive, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
I'd
die.
choose
I
space,
can't. I
but I
can't.
like
I,
space.
Don't
by
get me
some
wrong, I
grace
would
of
also
God,
choose
I'm getting fucking
Like-
crushed by this
Yeah, 'cause,
dense,
like, the
infinitely dense
ocean,
gravity. But I'm
There's
surviving.
things down there that can bother me.
Exactly.
Exist. Space, nothing. Just solitude in my
Exactly.
thoughts.
Well, okay, until you find something.
That's also true.
I mean,
Like,
and
what if
then
you
you
see
get
a
the benefit
fucking
of finding an
space whale?
alien.
Here's the thing: space whales sound fucking cool.
Yeah, like the ones that carried Great Britain across space in season 5, episode 2 of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
That is a thing
sure.
that happened. I just totally remember that episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, when they
I know what you're talking about now. It took me a second to realize what you were talking about. Anyway,
they were torturing the poor space whale in order to make it move, but then they stopped torturing it, and it turned out, holy shit! Look, it wants to move on its own. What a good boy!
Beautiful
Spoiler.
animal.
Good
A
boy.
beautiful boy. Okay, it's time we stop.
I'll do it on
Yeah.
command if anybody asks me to do it.
It's
Okay.
like
Anyway,
on
I
one
won't
hand,
stop.
you're submerged underwater. You can't see anything. You know,
Yeah,
you
no,
have
I
the
mean-
feeling of water going in and out of your lungs.
Space.
That sounds like it would suck. You get fucking giant tentacle monster gross creatures. I don't want to hang around. You get fucking anglerfish in the deep depths of the ocean that are terrifying. But in space, you get to see fucking things you've never seen before.
Yeah, no,
Fucking-
I'm
you can see
100%
space.
I'd go to
definitely going to
space.
space. Yeah, there's
That
there's no doubt in my
Should
mind.
go space.
Yeah, space is cool. There's gonna be a lot of boring moments where you're just kind of.
I mean, most of the time will be
But-
boring, but
But
like
Like,
when you
you could
can
just, like-
find cool stuff, that's where
Dude.
it's at.
You could just fucking. You could relax. You could do your
you could do your
thing,
taxes.
Chris. You could do your taxes. You could whip it out. You know.
Yeah,
Nobody can
Whip
judge
out
you
your
in
taxes.
You could be the first person to arrive in another galaxy
Could you?
in so many different
imagine,
ways.
Like, I was okay. If you like arrived in space,
Mhm.
say you see a planet way away, laws of physics, it just kind of keeps on going.
Mhm.
Like, is there a point where it'll hit like terminal velocity or whatever, and it lands on the planet and just kills all the life on that planet like a meteor?
A single
Nice
single
Nice little
splooge.
spaff.
No, I don't know what I don't know
I don't-
what kind of
I don't know how
splooge
big
you think.
your splooge is, but I don't think it can destroy an entire planet.
Well, not like when I say destroy. Okay,
I am cursed. My
I don't
splooge
think
kills
it's
planets.
At what point does it
Fear
make
me.
an impact crater? It would
I
distance.
don't listen. I don't know how big your splooges are. I don't want to know how big they are. But if they make a fucking meteorite impact on a planet, I don't want to be near you or speak to you ever in my
no,
life.
it's like physics. Think physics when things
No,
move.
no,
and they
that's
move
not how.
very
That's not
fast.
how physics work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Listen,
is, though,
big
kind of.
giant
Plus-
ass rocks
plus,
fly into
yeah.
Earth all the time, and they get disintegrated in our atmosphere, and then land on the ground, and they're like nothing. Why do you think
You
your
also have
fucking
to
splooge is
consider-
indestructible?
I redact
Your
my statement.
splooge is a liquid.
I
Because
redact
and
my
meteorites are
statement.
rocks are denser. They're
What
I would
yeah,
like
more-
this
what'll
segment of
actually
the
happen is
podcast
that-
to be cut back about 5 minutes.
What'll actually
Before I open
happen
my
is
dumb
your
mouth.
splooge will become part of their atmosphere, and you will actually cause the end of that planet in that way, because
You're gonna fucking
suddenly
breathe in your
they'll
jizz,
get-
dude.
Yeah, what's the quickest way to destroy the world with your splooge? Is
I
that
think-
it?
I think-
Speculate.
God.
Keep jerking it.
I think
That's it.
I think arrive into the water supply, like Batman Begins style, fucking scarecrow that shit. Except
Sure.
except instead of scare juice, you put man juice.
Right. Right. Go on.
Do you wear like the
Um,
mask too?
Oh yeah,
Chris
definitely.
is
Mhm.
writing
Except
Mhm.
instead of just like the scarecrow mask, it also has a ball gag.
Right.
You know, just to add to the whole effect. And
Oh,
then, and just profit. Profit by the
Step
death
1,
of millions.
Splooge in the oceans. Step 2, wear ball gags. Step 3, profit.
You've got
Okay.
it. I think it's a pretty straightforward, simple process. I don't know
I mean,
what's so confusing. I
answered
mean,
all my questions in the world. Never.
keep it simple,
I
stupid.
thought the way I thought you were going with the splooge thing is, what if you were like drifting in space? You arrived, and the splooge just got all over you. Then what would you do? You
Just
don't have
wipe
any
it off because you're in
napkins.
Then
space.
you would land on a planet covered in splooge, and then be like, "What the fuck is this creature?"
Then be like, no, it's oozing.
Oh, you know, it'd be super cool actually. So there you are.
You came back to Earth?
No. You're there. You are. You're flying through space. You land on a planet. They take you prisoner, but you have your watch. You're keeping an eye on it, and you're like,
Splooge watch.
you know,
Oh, shit.
you know exactly when you're gonna blast off again, and so you do some cool superhero shit. They're like, tell us all your secrets. You're like, you know what? God blast, and you fucking fly through the ceiling. You crush through.
Got a splooge, and
Yeah.
then you just disappear.
Yeah, and you fucking fly through the ceiling, you burst off into space, and you're gone. And they're like, holy shit, that was actually God. And then what do you have? You have an entire planet who thinks you're God.
Splooge God.
Splooge God.
They do, yeah, they have big churches
Splooge
with
God.
big splooges instead of crosses. They they eat splooge instead of communion. Drink splooge instead of wine.
If you were to go to, I'm already doing the pausing thing again. If you were to go to another planet,
Right.
and they were to hold you captive, you can't understand a word they're saying. They can't understand a word you're saying.
I mean, it's just going to Mexico.
And- Pretty much. But so you do
I
something.
can do this in real
that they-
life.
Say you like bend a pencil. They can't do that, and they're like, "Oh my
What?
fucking god!"
Do you bend
I
a
don't know.
pencil?
I'm just trying to think of something humans can do. That
Bend
would
a
be.
pen. Are you
Bend
talking
a
about like?
pencil
Are you talking
my
about like that
entire
optical
life.
illusion where you like wiggle the rubber pencil
No,
thing?
I
or-
really meant break a pencil.
Break
wait.
a pencil makes a lot more sense.
What
than
kind
bend a
of
pencil,
weak ass
you
pussy
I mean-
planet are you on where they can't break a pencil?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if it is like a fucking pussy ass planet, they're gonna
Hogs
think you're a
tomatoes.
god if you can do something that strong compared to them. It was just a fucking idea. Anyways, say they
Why would
can't
you
fucking
say
break a
that of
pencil.
all things?
Dude, say they can, because what else can fucking humans do that isn't a pussy ass thing other things
The
can't
only
do?
thing is you thought is break a pencil.
What
What about like bringing a
show
gun
you
and
my
shooting
mind.
it? Like going, oh bang bang! Look at this loud ass noise that shoots fucking
No.
fire out of my gun. Look
It's
at this
got-
shit.
Well,
This
they
is cool,
fucking
right?
confiscate literally anything off of you, cartooner. Next
Including
But
your
not,
pencil.
Yeah, including the pencil, you dumb bitch.
No, duh. They would have fucking pencils.
Would they?
Be like, all right, fine. What do
This is
you
an
think
alien
is fucking
civilization.
I don't know.
They
What
I
do
don't
would.
you
believe in
think
pencils.
is so fucking crazy.
I think the fact that
they view as a god.
I think the fact that you could blast off after exactly 60 minutes and fucking fly back into space.
I wanted a scenario where you don't blast off. Like getting rid of the scenario that you only have an hour on the
abducted by a UFO. You're abducted by a UFO.
They take you to their
land.
No, I'd maybe
you're taken to their leader. He's like,
okay,
I
have an idea. Hold on.
This wasn't even my question. My question was gonna be, they're like, oh my god, you're a fucking god. And then they like start worshiping you. And then you continuously say the same phrase over and over again. Got a splooge. Then you're the one responsible.
I want to hear
what
entire
alien planet.
I thought of
got a splooge is a phrase.
I thought of the thing. This isn't gonna make sense to audio listeners. Hold on. If this will load. Hold on. Just give me
all of our audio listeners. I am so sorry.
Share your screen. Or did you already try that? Yeah, there we go.
We got a share screen here. We see Cartooner's desktop.
Well, you did. All right.
There
you go.
Okay.
Oh, you got a haircut.
Okay. So do you do this?
Puts his hands together.
And then.
Oh, he does the weird finger wiggle thing. Can you do the thing where you take your finger off too?
What? Like
the like.
Hold on. I gotta remember how to do it.
He's just playing with his fingers.
It's like, whoa.
Why not? I'll buy that.
Oh yeah. All right, pretend you did that in front of the fucking alien race. All right.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of.
All right.
It's
pretend you do either of those.
Yeah.
You do either of those weird things.
They're fucking worshiping you like a god.
Yeah.
But they still can't understand you, so they think with their dumb alien brains.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm sure all aliens are pretty smart. I'm sure they just start saying, they repeat the same phrase that you said as a joke. Got a splooge. So you just,
if you're in that situation, what compels you to yell out?
Got a splooge. Got a splooge. Because it's like, what the fuck?
You say
you have the
on a
option.
regular basis?
Listen, you have the fucking option to get an entire
I'd be like, go to
http://GoBicker.com
and check out some of our fine things
man.
over there. No, got a splooge.
What if you showed them a smartphone? They'd be like, holy fuck.
If they have abducted you from Earth, I'm pretty sure.
No. Listen here, motherfucker. You say this is the scenarios. You're infinitely floating through space. You're landing on another
scenario.
We already brought up this different scenario.
This isn't. She said that you're abducted by aliens.
When did you? When did you get abducted?
We changed it when she started talking about breaking your stupid pencil.
I didn't want it to be the same scenario where you fucking blast off in an hour.
No, okay, listen. The scenarios could still fit because, you land on the planet, they take you prisoner, and you show them your cool finger trick, and they're like, "Holy shit!" And you're like, "Got a splooge," and then you blast off, and then they're like, "Holy shit, that was God," and then they worship you forever.
How would you react if you just see an entire planet of aliens chanting, "Got a splooge, got a splooge"? Because that's the only English term they knew from you.
Yeah, I think that would be a life well spent.
It would be. That's the point I was trying to make. And then Chris was just like, "Fucking, why would you say got a splooge?" Because it's like,
because it's funny.
If you could make an entire race say anything you wanted, wouldn't you fucking love making an orgasm joke?
Yeah.
I know
I mean,
I definitely would. I definitely agree with that.
I also might have said, something like, "Do it, pussy, you won't," and fucking bounce. Do it, pussy, you won't.
They wouldn't even understand. It wouldn't make any sense.
Do it, pussy, you won't.
You're a very strange child. Anyway,
the aliens, man, they're weird,
Yeah,
they're coffee.
I mean, they can't break pencils, so yeah, gotta be
exactly.
Gotta be
they're
pretty
strange.
Weird scenario. Just
look at our strength.
More downhill.
Snap the fucking. Oh my god.
I mean, if they're so scientifically advanced in order to be able to fucking move through galaxies, or rather, it might not be galaxies, it might just be solar systems, but assuming it's galaxies, that's a lot of time spent on science.
I like to think that in this scenario, there's, Maya's been abducted by aliens. She's chilling out there on the alien ship, and they're like, "Impress us with your magical human ability," and she breaks a pencil, and they're just like, "We have a machine that does that already." And then like, "You're getting probed.
You are nothing.
You're getting probed. No.
You're getting probed. That's like the one thing there.
probed.
You got to show them something magical from Earth society, or you gotta get probed. And she's just like, watch this. Number 2, snap.
HB,
Wait, why would they have pencils? Hold on, why would they have machines specifically for breaking pencils?
I mean, it doesn't have to be specifically for breaking.
Why is
pencils.
your feat of strength breaking a pencil? None of this makes sense.
I'm
Your
not
story
strong.
has so many plot holes in it.
I'm not a strong person.
Just show them a pencil sharpener.
Oh, that'd blow their minds. Like, look at this.
Look
I can
at
shave
dull
away
pencil.
the bits and reveal
Pencil
more
sharpener.
bits.
Stick it in.
Dude, what
flop,
if
flop,
you,
flop.
like-
You got a fucking sharp pencil.
What if you tried talking to them like a baby because, they're aliens. They probably don't know English. But you were just
Probably.
like, home, Earth, Earth, Earth. And they were just like, are you a
York.
fucking seal? Get up!
You're getting probed.
They like speak fluent English.
You have
This
15
up
seconds to
anyway.
impress us. If you don't, you're getting probed.
I mean, that's basically how I
probes
assume
going
alien
up
interactions would
your
go.
ass.
I've never been abducted by aliens, but I like to think that's how it would go.
Here's another question.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yes.
Any
the
day now.
alien was really hot, would you bone one?
I mean, now we're getting into Mass Effect territory,
Yes.
Exactly.
where the answer is
If it
absolutely
was
yes, because
Hot.
Because they would
once
think
again,
they
we're
would
in
think
Mass
my
Effect
dick
territory.
is like the pinnacle of human dick, and they'd
They'd be like,
be like,
"This is
"Fuck
the
it, let's do
one."
it."
Well, we are men. We do think with them.
Though
I mean,
I would it would probably end up killing me in the end for
Yeah.
they'd have some sort of alien STD.
Poison. And their vaginas are coated in poison.
It's a bunch of- they have like alien vagina teeth and poison.
Oh God! Why would it need teeth?
And I'm like, hey, let's fucking crush the puss. Oh God, fucking your pussy ate my dick.
Your vagina ripped my penis off. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do.
Fuck, dude, that was not cool.
that was not
Dude.
expected.
I didn't
But
like
then
that.
I could go
It
back
was-
to Earth and be like, all right, got my dick ripped off. Yeah, my dick. How big before? It was 6. It was 7, 8.5 inches.
8 feet.
I had an 8.5 inch dick, so you should probably just stick that back on.
My
Yeah,
dick was taller than I am.
I'm pretty sure it was actually a twin brother that I consumed as in the womb. So
I combined his power.
Oh God.
I
that's a
consumed the
yes
power of my
from-
twin and made
That's
him
a
into
yes
my
from
giant schlong.
Chris.
Yeah.
It's a yes
I'd
from
do it.
Cartooner. Sheriff, would you bone an alien?
That's a
Depends.
Well, the situation is it's hot as fuck.
It's a hot
Hot
alien.
as fuck.
Yes.
There you go. Right answer,
Yes.
boy.
That part of a question. I mean, it's hot as fuck. It's an alien. Yes.
Might as well. I mean, it's a learning
Exactly.
experience.
Trick question.
either
It's
way.
actually by hot you mean on fire and you're burning
Oh,
alive.
shit!
Oh man.
You all got wrecked.
You don't
You just
even
got
have
poked.
to worry about getting it pregnant, because it's a fucking alien. You can.
No way it has a reproductive system that's identical to a human's.
Exactly.
It probably, actually, honestly, it probably doesn't even have a pussy. It has some sort of other thing. I don't even know.
Orifice.
Maybe it's like the fucking on Avatar where they like touch hair or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Touch it.
Imagine what they could do. with their
Alien
hands.
docking.
Yeah, that's their whole thing. That's all they do.
My goal to keep docking involved in every episode of this show until we die.
Good.
I think we're like 4 for 4 now. Anyway,
Something like that.
yeah,
I don't
I think we can all agree that boning aliens is a good thing.
To summarize the entire topic, yeah, I would bone an alien if it was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Heck
I mean,
yes.
yeah. I mean, there's really no reason not to.
Yeah, I mean, besides all the alien STDs.
I mean,
I mean,
Gotta keep the
you're gonna get diseases anyway from them being, aliens. You don't have the
That's
vaccination.
true. That's true. You
So
could
it's
like
like,
go
yeah,
on
as
the
well.
planet and immediately die.
That's
I mean, that's why they're all worried about Mars, and when they came back from the moon, they kept them in like a decontamination chamber for like a month because they thought they'd bring back moon viruses, or they did, or something like that. And that's the thing they're worried
TDs.
about with Mars is like could be some nasty stuff up there. We don't know.
Wait, they were worrying about the people that reached the moon bringing back moon viruses.
Yeah, it's
Even
an
though
actual
the
thing
moon-
that happened.
The moon can't.
They
support
don't
life.
know that in
Myra, this is the
1963, you
All right,
fucking idiot.
All right,
This is
that's
the
a very
60s.
fair point.
But yeah, they kept him in like a decontamination chamber for like a month, where they just had to chill out in there because they were afraid they'd bring about moon viruses. So there's a little bit of science for you today. A little bit of history.
Oh, it was actually, I said 1963. It was actually 1969.
Well, 1963 is on the moon, so I'll buy it.
Either way, they didn't know shit in 1969,
yeah,
you idiot.
Before.
God. Hey, Maya's mom, I hope you fucking ground her for being such an idiot.
Yeah,
Did
God.
we ever find out for a fact? Because I know we found, like, water, you know, not really stains, but, you know, water marks
stains
on Mars.
Someone spilled their glass of
Like,
water
they-
and they
like,
fucking
It's got a
cleared
big
it up.
copyright symbol on Mars.
Erosion.
Getty Images.
They found
Yeah,
water
Mars
erosion on the
has
surface.
water.
Do they know if, like, bacteria can live on Mars?
I think they found like fossils of bacteria, very small. Like there was life on Mars at one point. It's just not anymore.
Not
So
yet.
why do you go to Mars? So, like I said, let's establish the office there.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go there. We're gonna pick up a petri dish of bacteria. You know, arrive in it and create Martians.
Yeah.
So like,
It'll be human.
if you were given
Fucking
the option
cool.
to go to Mars and like no, just one way trip, you're going to Mars. You can live there. There's like a nice little town on Mars, Marstown, USA. Would you do that? Would you go to Mars? You
Do they
got-
Only if they
Yeah.
have Wi-Fi.
Do they have
Yeah,
internet
sure, they
that
got
can
internet.
connect
It's not,
to Earth?
not great because you're on Mars. but
Okay,
you
then
can
yeah, I'll
internet.
No.
go.
Yeah, not a lot of people up there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get to go to
Because
space.
it's like, what if you don't like the people in the Mars town? Then you're fucking trapped.
Then you
are
go like
Mars.
then you
They're
go
on
to
town.
They're doing experiments about all that shit right now. They're like trying to make sure
Yeah.
that when they do send people that they're actually gonna like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Mars at this point is a one-way trip. There's
Yeah.
no doubts about
Come
that.
back.
The moon, we can get there and back. Mars, that's a long ways away. It's gonna be a one-way trip. So
Plus,
that's
like,
gonna be interesting because that's something I like. Space and exploration stuff like that fascinates me, and it's one of those things I zone out in the shower and think about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Like
plus, even if they did have internet there, or which you said they did, but it was shitty internet, is that internet specifically only to Mars, or is it like a tiny bit connected to Earth's internet?
I mean, yeah, it's connected to Earth, but it takes a
Okay.
long time to communicate. It's like dial-up, 48-bit
shit.
modem. Like Mars internet, very fast because it's all there. But going back to Earth, you want to get that Earth porn?
I
No.
don't think so.
Want to get that Earth porn?
Earth porn.
I mean,
Dude,
I
imagine
like,
going to fucking Mars. The first website they set up was a fucking
Pornhub.
Oh, for sure,
would
it'll be
a very
Pornhub.Mars.
early
But
website,
then
if
it would
not the
just be
first.
like
Not Mars.
only the people in your town. Then you'd like walk by them and you'd be like, "Hey,
Be like,
hey,
saw
nice
the video
tits.
last night.
Hey, I was on the
Got a nice
it's
big
like
one over to my place."
yeah.
It'll make
what's doing it, Mars?
expanding the Mars colony
Well,
way
I mean,
easier.
people will be boning
Mm.
anyway, like crazy on
Yeah,
Mars.
Sure.
seriously. I mean,
Because-
if you get any sort of situation, it doesn't even have to be like it's not even bad. It's just a situation. People start fucking. People are always fucking.
People's already boned in space. Is that a
I
thing
think
you
it's.
think
I mean, the
about?
craziest thing is how many crimes there are related just to boning. People fucking love fucking things.
boning is it's universal.
People are just whores.
People
I mean,
are
yeah,
just
people in
fucking
general
whores.
are whores.
Hewers.
Whores.
Dirty whores. And
Dirty whores, to quote Danny DeVito, our Lord and Savior.
Lord and Savior Danny DeVito.
Do you know what fucks me up, dude? Fucking Danny DeVito has more than likely had sex.
I mean,
His
he has like
life.
children, doesn't
I
he?
mean, yeah,
I
he's
don't
got
know.
like 3
I
kids.
don't know for a fact
sure
if
he
he
does.
does. All I
I'm
know is
pretty
that
sure he has because
Danny-
our sex god Danny DeVito,
Like that-
beautiful man.
every once in a while somebody brings up Danny DeVito.
Yeah, he has.
When-
Oh yeah, his wife is Rhea Perlman. Holy shit.
Really,
So he has
he looks like
Lucy
he
DeVito,
dyes his hair
DeVito,
for everything he does, but he's
Daniel,
got, like, white.
Jay DeVito, Grace Fan
Jay.
DeVito. Yes, with 3 whole
Lucy
children.
DeVito. He's got 4 children.
4 children.
Wow, his daughter's actually kind of hot. Off topic. Just did not expect that to come out of our Lord and Savior Danny DeVito. He's a goofy looking dude. God, yeah, he's an interesting dude. Well,
I loved when he played the Penguin in Batman Returns.
I just don't like. He's a good actor, funny guy. Don't understand why anybody would ever want to bang him. ever. He's a
Wow,
trash man.
you're fucking rude.
Trash.
He's a trash man.
The trash man.
But what have we said?
I mean,
to say?
people are into
Magnum
everything.
condom for his Magnum dong.
People are into anything, and I know there are many people out there who probably looked at him and said, "Yeah, I'll do him."
Well, I mean,
His
his
name-
actual wife.
I mean, yeah, his
I
wife
mean-
is obviously
Yeah.
thought at one point in their marriage, maybe we should seal this up. Maybe we
He
should seal
kind of
this
looks
deal.
like Bernie Sanders in this one.
He could be Bernie Sanders, fat Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders in the shape
Like
of
if
a
you were
tennis ball.
squinting, if you were squinting far away, you'd be like, "Wow, it's Bernie Sanders."
Bernie Sanders,
He's looking good.
Well, Bernie, you're chubbed up a little bit, huh?
You look a lot shorter now.
Well, Bernie, where'd half your body go?
man,
Hey, say, Bernie, is half of you missing? Can I help you find?
DeVito.
Can I help you find most of your legs?
most of your legs. God.
How if you find your 3 other legs?
Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant like,
I know, but
but sure, fuck it. Yeah, Bernie Sanders is actually some sort of 6-legged creature.
Wait a minute. What? Wait, I zoned out for a second there, and all I heard is Bernie Sanders is some kind of like creature.
Yeah, you heard me right.
Yeah.
you heard me, bitch. What
I
else?
think-
What about
What
it?
do you want,
I think there's
fucker?
some legs. I'm not entirely.
Yeah, I mean,
Aware of?
when you're running for president, you hide that shit. But
You think the 6 legs would help him
He
run
was
better?
running
though?
pretty fast. with those legs.
he was.
That's
More
right.
legs would help him run more efficiently.
Sometimes when he's running really fast, he accidentally starts crawling up the wall. He can't help it. He just
It's like a spider.
It's like
He's like, oh no, my
Oh,
true
shit.
form has been revealed.
I'm running up the walls.
We need Crooked Hillary.
If I had healthcare for all, I could fix my 6 legs and only have 2 like a normal human being.
I want 1 billion health cares for every leg I've got.
Doctor,
Pickle
I need
Sanders
6
here.
health cares.
Did you say ankle Sanders?
I said Pickle Sanders,
Uh-huh.
a beloved character of the GoBicker.
Do you think his
Bickery.
nickname would be Ankle Sanders because of how many ankles he would have?
No,
Because it's like
I mean, I think it would be legs.
I think they
before
call him
ankles.
Spider Sanders.
Leg Sanders.
No,
Spider Sanders.
I had to be like,
Spidey Sand.
oh, you know, old Spidey Sand,
Spidey
Little
Sanders.
SS.
the old SS.
Spidey Sanders. I should name if I ever, which I probably won't, which I will not. To be frank, I won't get a boat. But if I do, if I ever do, I'm gonna name it SS.
That's so
Spider
matter of factly. I will never own a boat. I
I
am
don't like-
opposed to owning boats. This is
I
such a
don't-
matter of fact statement.
If there was one
I
thing I
will-
was racist about, it would definitely be boats.
There is one thing I will never own in my entire life. Someone could have a gun to my head. I will not own a boat, by God.
I just,
You know what?
yo,
Fuck boats. Fuck boats
Fuck
and everything they
boats,
stand
dude.
for.
I hate boats.
everything
I
they
don't
float
boats.
for, dude.
Boats
Just
killed
fucking-
my parents.
What is wrong with you? Your hatred
I
of
don't
boats.
like. You need deep water. You need the deep dock water for
Don't-
a boat, and I
need it for all
don't
my
like
legs.
deep dark water.
Do you though? I mean, you can
No,
go on
I
for
don't like deep dark water.
deep. No, I said boats really don't need
Oh.
super deep water. I mean,
I mean, you
it
don't want to get it
helps.
stock. If it,
How big is this fucking boat?
Yes.
Jesus.
Are you talking like yacht or just
No.
like a John boat?
Titanic.
I mean, who else? Why would you
Well,
own
I mean,
anything
like,
but a
do
yacht?
You
Go
fucking
home.
name a tuggy? Not a tuggy.
Ew, gross. You're not allowed to say that. Super jail.
Like a fishing boat. Do you name fishing boats? I don't know.
yeah,
I
you
don't-
call,
I don't-
remember?
You can
remember,
name any boat you
remember in the
want.
hit
My
movie
boat.
Forrest
Right.
Gump? He named the Jenny.
I'll fucking.
God,
Well, no. I meant like a
uneducated
smaller boat
fucking
than that.
swine.
Like,
You can name any boat at all.
can I fucking buy like one of those cheap plastic swan boats that you kick and name it SS Spider Sanders?
Absolutely.
No, you can't
but you
because
said you'd never own a boat.
yeah, because you would
so-
never own a boat because they're fucking despicable.
'Cause
You've
you
made,
hate
you've made your
boats.
opinions
I-
clear.
It's mostly just about the water.
They're like
I
flute
don't know.
players.
They're like these goddamn flute players.
So you'd own a boat, you just never take it out on the water. You just sit out in your yard.
Dude, what if I just didn't buy a house? I bought a plot of land and just fucking stuck a boat on it.
But you would never do that because boats are for. I mean, Nazis probably own boats, you know?
Exactly. Fucking
Suspenders,
suspenders
boats,
and
Nazi.
Suspenders, boats, Nazis. This is a trifecta of evil.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said I will never own a boat.
It was so matter of fact. If it wasn't,
It's
I'll
also
probably
because
never
it's
own
like-
a boat. But you were like, I will never.
Not that I would
in
ever
my
do this, but
life own
it's
an.
like- I mean, like, when am I ever gonna be fucking rich enough to just buy a boat that I can just fucking fling
Boats
out
aren't
into
really
the
that
ocean?
I mean,
expensive.
lots of people own boats. You fuck.
Evil.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're literally
In my
making
garage
$0.
right
I mean, I think you'll be all right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I thought
mean,
boats were expensive.
I mean, especially
Not
if you're planning
really.
on being a fucking engineer, I think you'll be fine.
yeah. I mean, if you buy like
why would
a
I
giant
spend
boat,
my
yeah.
fucking
but-
money being in the water?
I
where I
don't
can't
know.
see
You're
the bottom of it.
I don't know.
I hate water that's too dark and too deep.
Well, you
to
know
see
what?
The bottom.
That's why Minnesota's such a great
I
place,
would-
and that's why
I
we'll
would-
have the GoBicker offices here because there's no big,
Hell
dark,
yeah.
deep water. The water we do have
You're
here,
telling me that
the water
fucking
here-
There are some
Lake
scary
Superior,
things.
Lake
whatever,
Superior,
doesn't-
and, like,
Lake Superior will kill you. It's a very good.
You will die.
I mean, it's killed so many people. It's a very
How?
scary body. I don't. It's.
somebody just fall down.
I mean, the water. It like. It engulfs people. It engulfs entire ships.
Oh, no.
It's spooky,
You
scary
touch
water.
the water, it just sucks you in and you die.
I
Like a
mean,
fucking
not like on
whirlpool.
the shore, but like if you get anywhere deep, like because we have like especially here we have all sorts of big shipping boats coming through, and they're like carrying like ore and shit because they're like up north more. Jesus, there's all sorts of iron mines and shit, and then they get shipped out of here, and so these giant fucking boats coming through, but like but they get sucked down like once a year.
Fucking 3 boats enter, 1 boat leaves.
Dun dun.
There's a whole song about a boat getting fucking sucked over or sucked down.
That sounds fucking terrifying.
It's a little terrifying, yeah.
That's why you don't go on the giant lakes in a giant
Well,
ore
here's
the
hauling
thing.
vessel.
But anywhere
a
boats do
fucking-
go in the great state of Minnesota, you don't get sucked down because
There's
people just know not to go in the spooky part.
someone who's a fan of boats, I would not. I'm definitely putting that as a hard veto for Minnesota because I do not want to get.
But like we're the land,
sucked down
we're the
into the
land of
depths
10,000
of my
lakes,
boat.
and so just don't go in the big spooky one. Go in the other
Go in the
9,999
little
ones.
Because it's like, alright, there's a fucking river next, like, 5-minute drive from my house, alright? And it's murky. Well, not really. It's not really that murky. Because everybody's swimming. But
Jesus
I
Christ.
fucking put on the fucking scuba goggles when I was like 10, and I fucking was swimming around, and I was having a fun time, and I looked down, and there was like a deep water line, like children couldn't go past without an adult, and I fucking looked at it, and right before the line, there was an entire fucking tree just on its side, and I wanted to piss myself.
Wait,
Like,
Why?
there's a
Because
fucking
of a tree?
Yeah. And it was underwater.
But
Trees don't fucking belong there, dude.
This is not where you're supposed to be. I like to think like 10-year-old Maya's just like, it's not supposed to be there. That's not where this is meant to
And
be.
it was
Just have
trees
a-
don't do water.
Like, sideways trees freak me the fuck out, especially if they're underwater.
Why?
That's a
the weirdest
really weird
phobia.
fear.
No, here's
That's
the
got
thing.
to be like a listed
Here's the
phobia
thing.
somewhere. First of all,
Trees
second of
are
all, that is the
supposed-
weirdest phobia I've ever
Horizontal.
heard.
They're not horizontal. Trees are supposed to be vertical, right? So unless
Okay,
you
so what would
fucking
you
chop
do?
it down yourself,
What would you do if you saw
I'm
a
freaking
vertical
the fuck
tree
out.
poking out of a lake? How would you feel about
I would
that?
cry. I would like actually cry.
I don't.
Like I don't. You don't belong there.
I think Jesus
Like you're
Christ.
fucking no.
I have,
You don't belong there.
you have so many problems.
That's a really, really weird problem.
You have
It
really
just
bizarre
freaks
problems.
me out. I don't know why.
It's not. I mean, maybe it's because I spent a lot of my life on the lake and I have no fear of trees underwater sideways.
Because it's like, I mean, if I go into a forest
But-
and I see an entire tree horizontal with nobody around, I'm gonna be a little freaked out. I'm gonna be like, wow, what the fuck
Is
happened
that,
to
like,
that
is
tree?
oh,
that-
that might. I know,
is
cartoon
that
really
the-
might trigger.
Is that like the spookiest picture you've ever seen?
It is, yeah.
Trees are meant to be in the water.
This is
But-
my swamp.
Swamp. Yeah.
Would you go on a swamp boat through the swamp?
That freaks me out more.
Really?
The second one, that fucking like skinny
trees,
twiggly trees that are all grouped up.
This is my new favorite podcast topic we've ever brought up on the podcast.
They're all grouped up in water. Like that's a fucking. That's like a forest that flooded, pretty much.
I don't.
I mean,
But
those trees
the
are meant to be
second
there.
one,
Those
the
are water
second one,
trees.
those are fucking massive, and I would cry.
Those are water.
If the water was higher up, I'd actually cry. I don't want to see a fucking
Why is this a phobia of
full-grown
yours?
thick ass tree in the
Yes,
water.
see.
You don't belong there.
This is not your place. You're gonna...
Looks like a fucking maple tree. You're not supposed to be there.
I like to think you're just weighted out up to your hips in the water, just pointing at this tree like you're not supposed to be there, man.
Like, no.
Every time I go to the lake from now
What
on,
the fuck?
there's a
That
cove
one's
that I
like
go
the fucking
to.
tippy tops of the tree.
I don't get why this is such an issue for you. This,
Every time I go to the lake from now
I've
on, and
never
I see a tree in the
once
water, I'm
heard
just
of this
gonna send you
problem.
A picture of it. Yeah, this has never been a problem
Yeah, like,
of any human
I don't
being.
know.
This is not a real problem.
oh, this one's gonna
This is
drive you
not-
up the fucking wall.
First of all, where are you finding all of these pictures?
I just looked at trees
God.
and water.
no. No. You're not supposed to be
Can we have a picture? It's just a tree in water and Maya pointing at it going, you're not supposed to be there. I want that shirt.
Oh, it's gonna be that fucking gif of the guy with the curly hair opening up a door, pointing and shaking his head. No, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking
I
about.
have no idea what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know where I'd find it. But that is not a problem that human beings are supposed to have.
Seriously, never heard of this before. This is
Never had
the
a
weirdest problem.
Single person I have ever heard a person say, "You know what? Trees and water, not about that life." It's not a thing I
So
need.
fucking weird.
Like I can kind of understand. It's like, okay, you know, this big spooky tree landed in the water. I'd be like, okay, I wonder how that happened. Gee golly, probably shouldn't stand next to this embankment with these 10 other trees leaning over. That I can understand. Just tree in the water. Not that spooky. That doesn't really give me the spook.
Not even,
Doesn't really give
not
any
even a
rational
little
human
bit.
being the spook.
And that's why this is so fucking weird.
My redneck
know,
life is
I
just
know,
like, there's
it's
probably
fucking
fish under
weird.
that tree. I should get a fishing pole.
Oh, fish. I thought you said finish.
I'm going to finish on this tree. That is my fetish. Your greatest fear.
What?
Oh
the
god,
absolute
yeah.
fuck?
Trees are weird.
So,
man.
Chris, going back to what you said, like a swamp tour or something like that.
What?
What?
I thought you mentioned that. Would you go on like a swamp tour or something like that?
Did I?
You mentioned it.
What?
I thought that's what you mentioned.
Anyways, trees should
Okay.
stay the fuck out of water. They don't belong
Maya
there.
for president 2020. Get the trees out of the water now.
I will personally remove the trees from the water. Like, fuck off! You're taking the fucking coral reef space.
Coral reefs do
asshole.
not. Are,
No, I know
that's
true.
not. They're
I know,
not in
but
the same.
still,
So,
no.
it's
I just thought of something
you're
that's
taking
actually.
the fucking fish's room.
I thought about something that actually it's a thing that they do here on the lake near my house. They have a drive every year where people take their old Christmas trees down and they throw them in the lake so that the fish can have places, little homes. They take and dump them off a barge in the middle of the lake, and the fish live in the Christmas trees. And I want to go to this now and take a video of it and just send it to my.
Oh god, she'd have a fucking panic attack.
God, are these like the light up Christmas trees? So like you see like the Christmas lights lighting up.
No,
in the
it's
water?
like, I mean, there's like dead Christmas trees that people have had on their porch for like 6 months because it's
Oh,
July and
dang it.
people don't take their Christmas decorations down in the south. And people are just like, yeah, we have nothing better to do with them. The state really doesn't like it when you burn them, and they're just like, take it to Lake. Who's it?
Take it to Lake Christmas
And,
Tree.
Take it to Lake Christmas Tree. They put it on a barge. They dump it off in the middle of the lake, and the fishies live in it. This big massive.
So it's
Christmas
not
tree
taking
down
up
there.
fish homes. It's
No,
actually
actually
creating
adding
homes.
fish homes.
It's good.
You are
it's
advocating
good
for the destruction of fish
It's good
homes.
for the fish economy.
The
The fish economy.
You are advocating the destruction of fish houses. You want to destroy the fish real estate market because fish do love living in trees. It's
Like
a well-known fact by anyone who's
it's
ever gone
just-
fishing ever.
the fucking horizontal trees in the water freak
You
me
just
out
not a
hate
real-
trees.
so
So
much.
weird.
Vertical trees in water, I still don't like it, but it does not freak me out as much as a fucking horizontal tree in the water.
I don't know why.
What
is
happened?
only
How'd you
person-
get down there? Poor boy.
You sweet poor boy.
There-
You have been removed from your
very few
plantage and
things
dropped into the
that-
water vertically.
There are very few things that like actually instill so much
Fear?
irrational fear into me. Like spiders,
Trees
is
and the
the
water.
top one. I am fucking
Spiders are
mortified
great.
and terrified of spiders.
That doesn't
Dolls,
surprise me.
another one. Fucking hate them.
You see,
Dolls are
I've heard of
fucking-
those two. Those make sense.
Giant squids and octopi.
Okay,
Hate
kid.
Again,
Small,
Again,
small
another one
ones,
I've heard.
I'm fine with.
These are all
But-
very reasonable fears. Horizontal trees in a body of water. That is not a rational fear to have.
It's so weird.
It's not.
It is that's why it's like it's just an irrational fear, dude. It fucking freak like the one like I know what a lot of people have the hole one where it's like a lot of holes in skin. Like,
Oh yeah,
it
I've heard of
freaks
that.
me out.
I
They're
don't.
like,
I don't think it has anything to do with skin.
well, no, but like irregular shaped holes all over something. It like really bothers people. I don't give a fuck about that one. Fucking horizontal trees in water, submerged in water.
Oh,
Submerged. Do you
here's
know
something
like
Oh
pretty
my
oh,
God.
Alright, if it's a
driftwood?
bog or if it's like a swamp, doesn't bother me that much. If
I
it's
think
like
your mother needs to have a come to Jesus
I
talk
need
with
to
you
go to
about
a
your
therapist. I need to be like, listen, Doc, is horizontal trees,
Doc.
they fucking haunt me in my sleep.
Did you have an incident when you were a small child, even smaller than you are now, with a horizontal tree?
I
or
think
was
I
that-
think it was the one in the
'Cause,
river.
I
I really
mean-
genuinely do. Because I was looking at it and a fucking fish swam out of it and I was just like and like after that I touched seaweed. Like I stepped down and touched seaweed on my foot and I thought it was actually Satan grabbing me and pulling me to the tree. I think that might have something to do with it.
Christ.
You have
Seaweed
issues
on the floor.
of a river in Maine.
Grosses me out.
How?
I'm not scared of it, it just grosses me out.
It was just a clown grabbing.
How do you feel about fish chilling out in your space?
I like fish, dude. I like fish just
Like
chilling.
little fish nibbling on you?
just
Fine
relaxing.
with that?
Not nibbling on me.
No nibbles?
That one's a little weird. I don't mind if they like fucking, swim up. I don't mind if they brush up against me. Nibble, that's a little weird. But fucking logs, dude. Logs?
I find it strange
horizontally?
that you're more disturbed by
water.
the trees that have no effect on you or your life than the fish
You
who
don't
can
know
bite
what's
you and
hiding
take
in
forth your
there.
flesh.
There
I
could
do.
be fucking spider crabs in there.
In a river in the middle of Maine.
I saw if alright, listen. We have in that one river we have a fucking dock connected to a string. Not really a dock. It's like a square dock. It's in the fucking middle of the
Oh
lake.
my
It's
God.
for all
You
the
start
big
off
kids.
telling a story, you say one thing, and then you turn around and say something completely distinct.
It's like connected by a fucking
There-
chain.
There was
It's
a
like
dog. There was a dog in a
one time I
string.
saw, except it
Actually,
wasn't a
just
dog.
kidding.
Because
It was a
I realized
skyscraper,
dock
and I
isn't
saw a
really-
bird.
Dock isn't really the right term because it doesn't connect to the land at all in the
barge.
slightest.
You have a
Yeah.
barge in the middle of a river.
Sure, I
That
don't
is
know.
what you have.
But so I was climbing up it because I was gonna fucking dive off of it like a fun time, and there was a fucking wolf spider next to my hand, and I
Wolf
wanted
spider.
to die.
And
Wolf
you turn
spider.
around, there was a tree laying
And
in the
I
water.
cried because I was like 6, and I wasn't 6. I was like 10, and there was a fucking wolf spider next to my hand. You don't like. I know that the South has a lot of fucked up spiders. Here in the North, we don't have that many. But when
Another-
you see a fucked up one, it's so bad.
Another reason to come to Minnesota, we don't have any fucked up spiders. It's just normal spiders.
Dude.
I saw a lot of spiders today that were pretty messed up. It's spider
Just
season
today.
right now. It's spider season right now. They're all coming out.
Our
They're all
wildlife
falling out
here, completely normal.
they'll make these big old cobwebs on these trees, and these are huge spiders. Like not even tiny spiders. These are big boy spiders. And you'll be walking along, and then all of a sudden you get a face full of spiders. And
I
not a
would
big-
actually
fan of
rather
spiders.
pull a gun to my face and shoot myself
Yeah,
than ever step
not-
foot in
not
the
gonna
general
lie.
vicinity of that.
As a very masculine, manly man that I am, and everyone knows, obviously.
You
The other,
screamed like a
the
little
other
girl.
day, the other day I was walking around a friend of mine's property. I was helping him with something, and I just I walked into a giant spider web. Don't think a spider was there. Not gonna lie, I went running across this field screaming like a little girl. like Maya saw a log underwater levels of screaming like a little girl across a field.
I was once
not great. Not a big fan of Spidey.
I was once drying off after I was taking a shower, and all of a sudden I felt a weird tingle on my leg, and I'm like,
no.
I was like, wait,
you can stop
that's weird. Water doesn't normally feel like that. I look down, there's a spider crawling up my leg, and I'm like,
how big
this
are we
is
talking
gross.
here?
And so I luckily the water was still draining out of, because it filled up a little bit, and I threw it in the tub, and it fucking went down the drain, and I'm like, well. Let's hope I never see that fucker again.
Pennywise can take care of that bitch.
We all float too. Listen,
it was pretty spooky.
I
scary.
saw that movie 2 days ago. Never again.
Never again.
What?
I went to go see the It movie a few days ago, and
I fucking saw it last night. It was so good.
that thing really messed me up.
I have burning love for that.
I never want to watch another horror movie in my life.
Richie made so many good jokes.
Shut the fuck up.
Fucking list.
Shut the fuck up.
List of people she banged is longer than my dick. That's not really something to compare it to. It was fucking hilarious.
Shut up,
I didn't
Richie.
do that scene just. I fucking love Richie, dude. Don't you fucking speak ill of my Richie boy. He was the main
Okay,
character.
back with the spider thing.
You
I
guys
also
need
had
to see it.
another-
It was so good.
Great. Spiders aren't
I
great.
was shocked they didn't do the spider form. They only did Pennywise.
That's part 2.
Oh. I never read the
You
book.
can't fit 4 hours of material.
I
in
never
a
read the
2-hour movie.
book. All I know is that he had a giant spider form, and I'd actually pee.
That's it.
All of
Just
them.
pee.
I've made this joke 3 times to my friend. If he turned into a giant spider, I would pee my pants, go home, change pants, and pee those ones because I would be so fucking scared.
Nice.
I fucking hate spiders.
Spiders.
I fucking hate
I remember-
spiders.
Back with the spider thing, I remember one time I was driving to work, and all of a sudden I feel like this tingling sensation like on my leg. I just thought it was like, like a breeze or something. I looked down, there was like a spider.
Nice.
Yeah, I was swerving.
You look like
Made
Maya
the
driving
highway.
across the highway.
I had to pull over and just like swat the thing off my leg.
Yeah.
Out
Oh,
of the
God.
car. I was like,
There's a
done.
few things I never want to happen when I'm driving, and that is anything other than just normal driving.
Yeah.
I never want to cough. I never want to sneeze. I don't want to sigh. I don't want a slight breeze to get in my face. I don't want any. I just need to focus on the road, make sure I don't die.
When I was a small child, we were going somewhere. I don't know why this just reminded me of this story, but it reminded me of this story. We were going somewhere. I think we were going to my grandmother's house, and we had we were driving, and we got there, and I think we stayed the night, and we came out into the garage the next day, and there was this horrible smell, and we couldn't find out where it came from until we opened the hood of our vehicle, and there was a squirrel that got caught in the radiator.
Nice.
And that squirrel was no more. He got
There was a few month period, like 7 years ago, where we kept finding mice in the hood of our cars. Like my dad's truck, my dad's fucking like tall ass truck, and then in our minivan. They're like just fucking tons of mice. No, we started laying out rat traps, like little like poison little things, and not rat traps.
Was it winter?
Mice. Yeah, it was during the winter, and then they kind of just didn't come into the garage anymore.
They went on to someone else's garage.
Yeah, exactly. Someone else's garage who doesn't have a bunch of poison food.
I know in a lot of winter times, cats will hide on top of wheels of vehicles that.
Oh yeah.
Used,
Oh
'cause it's
fuck, my
warmer there.
fucking cat's gonna do that.
So
I'm gonna
that's
run him
probably
over.
why. No.
Because my cat that died in the fall was very much an inside cat. Like, he would never leave, ever. He got scared going out onto our, like, wooden deck with, like, a bunch of, like, deck furniture in the summer. On, like, a bright, sunny day. He's like, what the fuck?
Outside thing.
And then our cat that we got after that, like, a month later, he cries and cries and cries if we don't let him outside. And he'll be out there for, like, days on end. And he's gonna fucking do it. If it's not our car, it's someone else's.
So I know we've already been going for like 5 hours, but Tim just responded to my question thread on Twitter.
Oh, you actually posted one?
Oh god.
Yeah, I did, and he just noticed like 3 hours later because I posted at like 7, and it's now 10:30. He just said, "Oh my, oh me, oh my," and I think he's about to start his deluge of questions.
God. Okay,
Yeah, I just saw the next one.
Tell him a limit
Or
of
the
2.
first one.
I was getting ready to wrap up, but we'll answer his questions. Fuck it.
Question number 1 by Tianchua. You time travel back to like when you were a baby or something. Like you're the baby. You grow up again. What do you do? What do you do? Is what he asked.
What do you do differently?
No, just
What do you do?
What
is
to
the
do you
question.
do?
What to do you do? Top of the morning, do you? What to do you do?
What to do you do?
What to do you do?
I question life choices on how the hell did I get this far?
Do everything to prevent getting on this podcast at this very
Yeah,
moment because
I
I don't
think-
want to know that people are afraid of trees.
I think
I'm still gonna find a way to get on to this
after
podcast, even if I do
my
change
5th
it.
grade year, instead of sitting in my ass all summer, I'm gonna move at least once a day and not become the fat piece of shit I am to this today.
Yeah.
Second thing, I'm then also going to take steroids, and I'm gonna be a fucking jacked 7-year-old or whatever, however you are,
There you go.
however old you are in middle school. I'm gonna be fucking huge. Number 3, I'm gonna kill a man, just cause I don't know why.
I'm gonna commit murder because I can.
Because the steroids have fucked up my head. And then number 4, actually I don't have a number 4. You guys go ahead.
You'll be arrested.
Number 4, I'm going to jail.
I would not go on the internet as much, so I wouldn't have to be fucking bullied every day by my friends online.
She could
Called a whore.
She says we're friends. What a whore. What a fucking whore.
Say that to my dick.
That's super jail, and your mom is listening, and no.
I really hope your mother starts listening to this.
I doubt she'd fucking make it 11 episodes in. Are you fucking kidding?
No, she probably would.
I mean, she might not
You'd be
listen to
surprised.
binge
She
watch
wants to
all
support
episodes, but like
everyone.
the new ones from now on, maybe.
She did ask what the release dates were.
Yeah, Tuesdays.
told her
Oh boy,
Tuesdays.
she's gonna
I
get
told her
on
mostly Tuesdays.
this show. Number 1 fan,
Mhm.
and she's immediately gonna request that you stop being on the show.
Dude,
because
she's
we're
gonna
treat
fucking
you.
learn about my phobia of fucking horizontal logs underwater, and she's gonna send me pictures.
Are we the
She
first person?
constantly, when I was younger,
You
would
don't.
intentionally buy me dolls because I fucking hate them.
Can we
You have
put
a good
Was
that
it
on a shirt? I'm
practical jokester mom?
horizontal trees underwater?
I would like a shirt with a horizontal tree and just like losing her shit.
Just sitting there pointing
like a
at it, going,
picture
"You
of me
don't
crying."
belong. Get out of here.
You're not real.
This isn't right."
I'm not. It's good. That's what fucking dude. Fucking Pennywise the clown would fucking. It would go up to me, be like, "I'm gonna turn into what you fear the fucking most," and it's just gonna
This
turn
is a
into a
tree.
fucking lake with a
The
fucking
room just
log.
filled full of water, and he just falls over. Looks down, it's a tree.
Log.
Like, oh my god!
I would be like, no. Second question. I don't know.
Well,
Rick and Morty.
doing this.
Good stuff, am I right? Yeah, you are
loved
right.
it.
Rick and Morty's the fucking bomb diggity.
I've
He's
never
back.
seen it. It looks kind of okay.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh, I
okay.
haven't watched
It's
it yet.
like
Looks
it's
all
kind
right.
of fucking incredible, honestly. I don't say that lightly. I mean, it's truly like a fucking work of art.
It gets you.
It's
every time.
really,
Like,
really good. And I mean, seriously, get
Unexpected.
on that train if you're not on it already.
Get on that shit.
Get on. Maya's mom, go ahead and buy a Hulu account or some shit, and fucking
Force her to watch it.
have some
it on
family
Hulu?
time. Rick and
Yeah, it's
Morty
on Hulu.
life.
We have Hulu.
Well, then go watch Rick and Morty right after this.
I didn't know it was on Hulu.
I didn't know either till kind of recently, but
I'll try an episode.
which means you're gonna watch the whole fucking series because it's that good.
I keep listening back to Evil Morty's theme.
I don't know Evil Morty's theme.
Anyway.
Third question.
Next.
Oh.
Why do you have your usernames?
Because I can't put my real name on the internet because people are weird.
You can't.
Because I'm,
Well,
I'm unoriginal with my name.
So is your name not actually Chris?
My real name is Bob.
Oh my
Bobbert.
god!
I'm boring.
My name is Bobbert.
I don't
Actually,
remember why.
All right.
I'm actually.
I guess it's time for
I'm
you guys to
no,
learn my
real
real
fast,
name.
real
My
fast,
name's Hubert.
real fast. Why the fuck did you? Why Pokemon?
Yeah,
1, 2,
why?
3.
I was 11.
Ugh.
I really liked Pokemon. Stuck with it. People kept calling me Poke. I was like, I can go with that.
You know what?
And then I changed it based off of that.
You know what? I was 11 when I came up with the cartooner.
The cartoon of 69.
Yeah, well, yeah, the 69 is the 11-year-old part. Yeah, definitely. It's also why I've since abandoned the 69.
You've long since turned your back. You've changed it to a TM. To show
Yeah,
your
I've changed it to a
professionalism.
trademark.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
it
it's
really shows a lot about what you were doing when you were 11. You were making a lot of cartoons.
Yeah.
I was playing a fuck ton of Pokemon.
Yeah, but then like you kept it for so long, and in a
why?
way you still sort of have it around, and I just
Yeah. It's
How?
like a
In
bad
what way
STD.
do I
It
still
just
sort of
shows
have
up.
it
I mean,
around?
Your username is literally
it
Poke.
says poke right there.
I'm looking at it with my
You
own
still
two human
fucking
eyes.
kept the cartoon.
I know because it doesn't suck
From
like
your
Pokemon
Pokemon's a good
does.
name though.
It's
Pokemon is
Pokemon's a
copyrighted.
great video game. It's a great franchise. I appreciate its existence. It's a terrible username for a person to have.
Not great.
11.
Yeah,
Do you want me to
except
just
you're
fucking
not 11
go
at this
through
very
and
moment.
make
You should
everybody
go
call
back
me
to
something
question
different?
number 1 and change your name.
Oh, there you
To
go.
be
When you time travel
literally
back to
anything
baby you fucking grow
Change my name from
from Pokemon to fucking
Yeah, I'm
literally
not.
anything else.
I mean, now I'm starting to like make my usernames on everything just Maya
Yeah.
because most of the time
Well,
it's taken.
yeah, and I kind of wish you had started with that because it's taken me a hot
Yeah.
minute to get used to saying Maya instead of Poke.
Yeah.
Because once I get used to saying something, it's hard for me to make the switch. But I'm
why I
really
say
forcing
whore.
myself to because
It
I
just
fucking
rolls
hate
off the
Poke.
Maya.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
Moya.
Mojang. Myawn.
So Black Ops.
Minya.
Black Ops. Yours initially
Yes.
was Black Ops NC99.
Yeah.
The
that was,
NC99, obviously North Carolina. You were born in the year 1999. Obviously. What?
No, that was my favorite number.
99 is a very poignant number.
NC
It
was also
really
part
is.
of his favorite number.
It was.
So yeah, you did the same deal then. You chose a video game, and actually, I don't know why. I just realized I still call you Black Ops. Then I don't like. I never. It doesn't sound as dumb as Pokemon 1, 2, 3, but
So stupid.
I mean,
It
thinking
sounds
about it
stupid,
now,
it's not.
it's not much better. But I don't know. I guess it's just never bugged me as much. But
It
When-
just.
when have-
It,
hold on,
it's
when have
stuck.
you-
I mean, it's
I
one of
guess
those
it
things
did.
that's
Yeah,
like
but
When
throughout
have
the years, like that's how I've been called. I'm like, why change it now?
I guess. But
Exactly. Like, when have you ever straight up called me Pokemon?
never.
You
1, 2,
always call
3.
me Poke.
But actually, it's funny. Like
That's
the
it.
first time I saw you in the listener server, I'm like, who the fuck is this fucking retard?
Who the fuck is this actual 12-year-old? Oh, it's actually a 12-year-old.
And you still think that every day.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
If I ever see her post
mean,
anywhere, I'm like, oh, this fucking moron. Here
You're
we
one
go.
of the only few people that's actually called me Black Ops.
If-
Other people just call me Sheriff.
Yeah, I've
instead.
noticed that. It
I
always...
used to call you Black Ops, and then you told me to call you Sheriff.
Oh, you actually, no.
Yeah.
When are you just gonna start by going by @TheRealMonk?
Yeah, when can we just call you Monk instead?
Just call me it now.
Okay,
Just
we're
start
changing
now.
it up.
Monk.
Monk.
All right, change your username.
I'm not gonna remember
to
that literally in 25 minutes.
No, as soon as this podcast is over, I'm gonna forget about
Fuck, great. I'm gonna have to switch it now.
You're gonna have to really drive that point home, otherwise I'm
it.
not
You're gonna have to drive it
Look, I'm-
home.
you're
every
gonna have
single
you're
day.
gonna
Like,
have to
every
undo
message-
4.5 years or whatever of knowing it.
Yeah. You're just gonna have to finish every message with "and call me Monk now."
So, if when I turn 18, if I'm still
If-
speaking to you
if
guys,
you turn 18.
God
If-
forbid.
if I'm still speaking to you guys and I turn 18, are you still gonna continuously call me 4 years old? Or are
Well,
you
at
gonna
that
say I'm
point it'll
16
it'll
years
be
You're
old?
gonna
Not
be
16,
5.
6 years
yeah,
Five
probably
or
like
6.
6 at that
Sure.
point. We're gonna keep the canon
Alright.
straight.
Yeah, canonically, you're 6.
And at that point, I could feel less uncomfortable saying "suck my fucking dick, bitch."
yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier for this podcast.
yeah. It's gonna be a lot less weird when we're not yelling at a
And
child.
to be fair, we did have an entire section of a topic talking about arriving in space
Yeah,
and
but
saying,
it was
"God,
Yeah,
it's
that's a little
blue."
it was different. It
different.
wasn't
Be-
like talking about. Yeah. Anyway, never mind. Just fucking forget about it.
Yeah.
Mine actually, just to actually answer the question. there was this movie documentary thing called The Cartoonist with an IST at the end. About what's his fucking name? I had the books right here.
The cartoonist.
The cartoonist.
The guy's name is Jeff Smith. He made the comic book series Bone. Bone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's where the 69 came from.
No, that's not what 69 came from. But and I'm like, I really liked the documentary. I thought it was good, and I really liked the series. And so I'm like, fuck it. This is when I was making my Minecraft account. Then I'm like, the cartooner, because it's not the cartoonist.
Yeah.
I'm a smart boy. And then I don't know. And then that kind of sucked. And it's not the greatest, but it fucking doesn't suck as bad as Pokemon 1, 2, 3.
I always wish I had a name like that, like a brand, because I feel like everyone else. I've always just, my screen name's always been Cosmic Chris 5, but I've always just been going by Chris.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I do sort of wish I was just going by my name, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I do and I don't, because it's like at this point, I don't really care enough to change anything. But looking back, it's like there's a lot of cool people with cool names, and they're cool.
None of them are here.
Yeah, none of them are here, but Chris is just an easy word to say.
I'll just do it like this. Everybody outside this group is going to continue to call me Sheriff. You guys can call me Monk if you want. Just easier.
All right, Monk.
Just please
All right,
you got it,
the
Monk.
real Monk.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to remember.
I'm going to
Yeah,
go
not at
all
all.
kids.
Next question.
Jesus.
And who here can make conversation the most depressing?
Cartooner.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
You make things very morbid sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
It's not a bad thing.
Because I want to kill myself doesn't fucking mean I'm that depressing. Okay, maybe it does.
Yeah.
Like
Go
Chris,
string up your noose.
Chris isn't that sad. Chris isn't that dead inside.
Okay,
No,
okay.
Black Ops
Listen here, you
doesn't
fuck.
talk about being that dead
Listen here,
inside,
you fuck.
and I don't.
Why was
I
don't
don't
your
like
feelings.
talking
okay?
about being
The
dead
first
inside.
word you were gonna use there was Chris isn't that fucking sad, and I really don't appreciate that. That was pretty rude.
Maybe I'm really sad. Maybe every time I see a tree standing vertically, I cry.
I know, not even sad like sad, but like sad isn't pathetic.
No, no, I meant like sad as in. That's
But
what
it
I
sure
replaced
sounded
being
like
dead
pathetic
inside.
sad.
No, it was not pathetic sad. I swear to God.
You're
It's
I
pathetic.
you.
swear to God. You're not pathetic. Cartoon.
Well, no, I am.
I mean,
No, I
if
am,
anything,
but-
I'm
my
depressed
fucking-
just talking to you.
My fucking fear of horizontal trees.
That's the most depressing thing I've heard
In
here
a
tonight,
body
by
of
the
water.
way.
That's pretty fucking sad. That's pretty.
It's pretty. I changed my answer.
Yeah, you know what?
'Cause I'm depressed that I have to know someone who believes that vertical or horizontal trees
Horizontal trees.
underwater,
Like
trees
I
in
said,
water
fucking
is the most
vertical trees.
horrifying thing.
Vertical trees unnerve me. They're not supposed to be there. They don't. They shouldn't be there. Fucking horizontal trees underwater. Something happened. Something bad.
It's almost like,
happened.
a tree fell down, like it does at the end of its
Exactly.
life cycle.
No.
Tree falls in the woods, perfectly fine, 100% fine.
Tree falls into a lake. Is anybody around here? Did it actually fucking cause Maya to piss her pants?
Like-
Yes.
You have some bladder problems, I think, is what it is.
Yeah, you got some bladder problems.
I mean, like,
lady.
everything is going to cause you to fucking start urinating. Just
Just giant spiders and
You're like, oh, God, here we
Giant
go again. I'm
spiders,
fucking
trees
pissing my
falling.
actual
just
pants.
giant spiders, just hobo clowns and
Homo clowns?
horizontal logs. Hobo clowns.
Homo
yeah.
clowns.
No,
These
no,
fucking
homo,
gay-ass
hobo.
clowns walking
H-O-B,
around
no,
scaring me.
ho clowns. Fucking
These prostitute clowns
Naughty.
scaring the fuck out of me. Not about it.
Mm-mm. Not trying to get in that clussy.
Did you say
Okay.
clussy?
Never say that word again. Second of
Oh
all,
my God.
we have a question for the first time in the entire history of this podcast that's from someone other than
Holy
Tim.
shit, what?
Actually, we have two.
Oh.
From the Evil Cream
Oh,
Pump.
well.
His first question here says, where do you stand on the increasing urbanization of many major city centers?
I don't give a shit. I don't live in a big major city center.
Yeah, I'm not a city
Me neither.
person, so I don't care.
If it doesn't affect my life directly, fuck it. I don't care.
I say we should get rid of the cities and replace them with malls.
Oh, there you
All I say
go.
is we need to burn down Atlanta, and I'll be happy.
I think that was a terroristic threat.
Nah. I just don't like Atlanta. I think everybody knows that at this point. Everybody I know in real life does, at least.
I have no opinion on Atlanta.
You should. It's a horrible city.
I'll take your word for it. What it really seems like is big cities suck.
Yeah, cities in general are horrible.
That's the nice thing. I live in a nice medium-sized city, 80,000 people here total ish. I give or take a few thousand. It's perfectly sized. I think we actually, because it's small enough where you can park in places, and it's big enough where you actually have a store or two here. We have like a Chipotle, and Chipotle. We have a Chipotle. That's a new addition though within the last 4 or 5 years. We have like a Target and a Best Buy and other things. I don't know. It's a good place.
Some other thing.
$5 movie Tuesdays. I mean, what a fucking deal, right? I mean, it's really the greatest place to live. Big fan.
Big fan.
But not, it's a great place. Don't too many people move here, because then it will be a big city, and then I'm not going to like it anymore.
Yeah, that's the problem I've got with it's a big city near where I live. And a couple years ago, great place, nice little medium city. Now it's just filled with angry hipsters.
Oh, well, okay. Don't get me wrong. This is a very hipster place. It's like there's a big music scene here, and all the music people are big hipsters.
Yeah, like that's the problem with all these like small medium cities now. Is that all the hipsters are moving
here.
No,
we are
occupying the space.
I mean, there's a reason Bernie won Minnesota, because we're fucking full to the brim of hipsters. I mean, just so many.
Those Minnesotan hipsters.
Oh yeah, there are tons of them.
Oh yeah. So wait, did you say a medium city? Well, I know that you have Minneapolis, and that's fucking massive. A medium city of 80,000 people?
That's a pretty good sized city.
That's like 20,000 more people than our biggest city in Maine.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it is.
6,000.
Big.
Actually,
the issue is like near Minneapolis. There's also St. Paul, which is another city entirely, and it's also huge.
That's true.
And there's also just tons of littler cities like surrounding that area. And so it's like I don't know. I just like we're up there in like population, but we're definitely not the biggest, So I don't know. But it's a reasonable amount of people where things are fine for the most part. You avoid certain parts, during certain times of day, and then you're fine. But even still, like going downtown, you could take the freeway, or there's like a little like underpass if you go through the west side of town. It's just a nice, simple little, not busy road, and you get downtown like way quicker. I don't know why more people don't do it, but you know what? I'm glad they don't, because it's always empty, and you can drive easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Dude, what the fuck? Apparently, the smallest city area in Maine has a population of 5.
that's just one family. What the fuck?
That's one person, one real human being.
Of 48.
I think Pennywise scared them all away.
Yeah. Dude, he said, like, I was looking up all the fishing lure, before I saw the movie, because I never saw the miniseries. Apparently, Derry is supposed to be the representation of Bangor, and now I'm never going to Bangor ever in my life, ever.
No idea where that is, but cool.
That's a place?
I thought
you were saying two different person names.
Derry's not a place. Bangor is the 3rd largest city in Maine.
I didn't know you had cities in Maine. I thought it was just lobsters. Large
Believe it or not,
conglomerations of lobsters.
most of the large cities produce lobsters a lot.
That's
pretty much.
okay.
You walk down a street, there are a minimum of 2 lobster places.
Nice.
Minimum.
I thought you were about to say there's a minimum of just 2 lobsters chilling there. There's
there
at
are
least 2 lobsters on there.
There are a minimum of 5 lobsters just chilling on the streets.
Nice.
How often do you just come across lobsters chilling out in your daily life in the lobster state?
Signs? A lot more than you would expect. Actual lobsters? Not much. Statues of lobsters? A lot more than you would expect.
Oh,
Statues
God.
of
Of course you have
lobsters.
statues.
Absolutely. It's not like fucking government state statues. It's fucking like somebody who's just like, I'm gonna fucking hop on the bandwagon of literally everything in Maine is lobsters.
Lobsters and Stephen King. Don't forget about Stephen King.
Pretty much, yeah. Dude, the fucking entire state was like praising Stephen King the other day because it was his birthday. Don't get me wrong, love the guy, great writer. Everybody was fucking. Did you know it was Stephen King's birthday? His birthday, because him and fucking Anna Kendrick are the only people from Maine that are famous.
Apparently, everyone in Maine is fucking Scooby Doo.
So we have one last question from the Evil Cream Puff, and he asks, bringing this all back together, BT Dubs, what is the best kind of poop?
The kind that goes on your teacher. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching this episode of Crusty Pickled Grandmas. Tune in next week.
You can go to GoBicker.com/podcast and there's a feed there. And make sure to
GoBicker.
To subscribe.
Redbubble.com/people/GoBicker. Boom.